What is up, Crossfire Philippines? It's time for Impact 2026 again. And syempre, huling matchup natin yun ay magiging MOMEN versus JYE. Two teams that have been, struggling. May isa to dong struggling. Pero itong MOMEN kasi nasa number 4 spot natin, or at least in the middle ground ng ating standing. So they're trying to prove their best once again. After fighting up against XCOV last time, nakita natin na kaya naman umabot dito ng MOMEN into 3 sets na sila pa magpapanalo. Pero JYE, man, we know na alam natin na kaya dito ni Nomad, ni Brian, pati ni Ared na magbuhat or at least give a lot of fight. Pero kinukulan talaga si Suave.
Di ko alam pare. I mean, the way that this JY Esports team fell from Masters through Swiss and now, no, struggling even in Impact, pare, it has to be studied. Alam mo yung literal na para silang binubugbog lang dito. It's almost like their cannon fodder. And, pero to be fair, the longer this goes on, the sweeter it's gonna be once na makapanalo ng match itong JY Esports natin. So I wouldn't say no to seeing them win today, pero unfortunately I don't think it's gonna happen today, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't count them out just yet. Pero syempre, no, parang mahirap tong labanan na to. We need to see JYE in their best form yet. Pero syempre, simulan na natin yan with our map Vito. I'm expecting compound for these two teams. Except na lang kung ibabaan out yan ng ating JYE. Pero yun na nga, ibabaan out na lang yun ng JYE just because of what happened up against Moment and XCOV. XCOV will ban out Black Widow. We go to Ankara, Port, and then Eagle Eye 2.0. I would like to say na very Moment na naman yung ating mga mapa. Pero JYE may palagyan sa Ankara.
Yeah, definitely. No? Although I'm a little bit afraid to see kung ano yung itsura nga naman nito. Remember, Moment, they are composed of some QD members na nakalaban din naman ng JY back in spring season natin. But in this current situation, literal na 0% win rate ang JY on all maps. I feel like it might have been better to try and target a different map laban sa Moment. Kasi so far, no, Ankara in particular, along with Mexico 2, yung perfect record nitong Moment Esports. Maybe it would have been fruitful to try and avoid that, but you know what? Pick your poison nga naman.
Yeah, feeling ko kasi kaya binanot dito ng Moment yung Black Widow. JY would have loved that. Pero sabi nila, oy, since wala naman na yun, let's go to the second map na alam naman nating lahat. No? Ankara na lang daw. Let's go for XX. Try natin pumalag agad dito sa ating GR side para pagdating ng BL, they have a little bit of room to work with. Pero Port kasi, it's very difficult na to see that JY can possibly win this kasi isipin mo yun, for isa pa lang ng ating labanan with Moment and XCOV last time, it was already dominating spree mula dito sa ating Moment kung saan they ended up with a lot of scores. Pero syempre, it was like a dominating feature kung saan na-force pa nga nila map number 3. Eagle Eye 2.0 will be very interesting though para sa ating dalawang teams, given that these two teams have formidable snipers in the likes of Jessa, not Jessa, sa XCOV, in the like of possibly dito kay Skies pagdating dito sa Moment na talaga namang kayang gumawa ng mga milagro dito sa Eagle Eye 2.0. Pero syempre, depende pa kung aabot talaga tayo dyan. Moment really wants a 2-0 here para makita nga nila kung ano nga ba ang standing sila in the next coming of this. Pero syempre, with our predictions ngayon, we are slowly going towards Moment. Pero JYE, prove us wrong.
Yeah, I would love to be proven wrong dito. I do think that Moment, this is a really important match para sa kanila, no? Considering really, SGJ jumping a couple of spaces with yung win nila kanina, no? They need every win they can get para ma-maintain itong top 4 spot para sa playoffs. Kasi pare, konting pagkakamali lang, pwede silang managlag sa number 5. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, they should be number 4 right now, just behind the X Squad after SGJ's win earlier.
Yeah, yun na nga, parang both teams actually wanting to negate the fact na kaya pa nila makapasok dito sa possible playoffs, try to negate the fact na itong Moment natin has a 2-2 kapag natalo sila dito, or at least if they do, mas bababa pa yung ranking nila, which, Moment doesn't want. Parang JY ngayon is just the killer ng dreams dito ng possible final performance natin para sa mga teams. So, I mean, there's nothing to lose here. There's always everything to gain para sa JYE. But, there has to be some star performances mula dito kay Nomad, kay Brian, pati kay Arid na hindi lang parang times 2, parang times 5 pa nga yung kailangan natin makita, because yes, they are stellar players in terms of getting KDs, pero sapat nga ba yung parang fragging lang dito ng players for JYE para matalo ang Moment na may set free din naman talaga that can easily take you out pagdating dito sa Ankara, especially na mag-start sila dito sa BL side And given the fact na nag-iinit nga dito ang Moment with the help of Skies and as well as itong si Yobs, parang you have a 5-man na can really aim in the side of JYE, pero you have a team na kailangan mong labanan in full form. Parang almost every time na may kita natin JYE yung Moment, they might just be always outnumbered sa mga fights.
Yeah, it's really hard to find a situation wherein JY are gonna be able to beat Moment dito sa current form nila.
Yeah.
Pakiramdam ko lang no, kailangan talaga nila dig deep dito. Hopefully they got a little bit of work done over the weekend as well, over the past week. Maybe take some inspiration out of the Masters matches na nakita natin since the past week as well to get themselves back into form kasi parang sobrang kalat, man. I hate to see a team at this level.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the last time I saw a team getting beat up like this on Impact was a Rise Gaming team na I think isa lang yung match na panalo na for the entire season. And this fall from grace, again, GY Esports, yung storyline nila dito pare, it's, alam mo yung literal na bago mag-act 3 of a movie, na makahanap sila ng bagong inspiration, you get beaten down into the dust. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
Ito yung point na you lose all hope and then you find one shining silver lining to get yourself back up. And JYE, they're really gonna have to go all in para mahanap yun.
Yun ang parang there needs to be a fire starter pagdating dito sa JYE, kasi kung if you're looking at na graph sense, itong JYE pula na tapos declining pa talaga yung graph nila from tulad na sinabi mo, Masters now into Impact, tapos they're just really declining every time. It's really hard to say na parang they have a lot of power pagdating sa JYE, pero kasi nakita naman natin sila pumalag naman sa ibang tournaments before, yung mga previous stints nila. It's very concerning na umabot nga sila dito sa Impact, but now on their Impact stage, it's also really been very, very disappointing. Let's just see, there's still a lot of powers pagdating dito sa ating JYE with the names given before, but man, Moment is currently dominating in the middle ground game sa ating mga teams, and despite them, picking out itong ating port, there's still a possibility na ikasad dito ni Nomad lahat ng kaya niyang gawin para lang matalo sila dito sa mismong map pick nila to possible force a 2-0. So syempre, again, everybody, we're just waiting for these two teams to get in the mix. Sabihin nyo din sa amin kung sino yung pinapanigan nyo, because these two teams will be looking for blood. Especially na, Moment really wants to secure a little bit higher in terms of placement, kasi ngayon kung titingnan mo yung graph na yung ating standings, talagang dominated ng XCOB, dominated dito ng ating JY Bacolod, which is also, their sister company or brother company nila na parang, bakit mas malakas pa dito yung mga taga Bacolod natin? Meanwhile, the main team coming in from JY Davao, medyo struggling lang din naman talaga. Ikaw ba, Josh, what do you think needs to be improved para dito sa JY Esports? Kasi they have good players. Yun yung nakakagulat. They have France, they have Red. These are household names in terms of crossfire.
That's the thing, pare. Right now, JY Davao are in a place na the players, when you put them together, they do not make a product wherein mas mabigat yung whole compared to the parts. And in this situation, hindi mo masabi, pare. Is it chemistry? Is it a leadership? Have they lost trust in each other? There's so many different factors here that you can take into play. But the fact remains, pare, na wala pa silang panalo. In fact, out of 11 sets na nalaro nilang ngayong summer season, isa pa lang yung napapanalo nila.
Yeah, very crazy. That's very much declining. But we go into Ankara kung saan the other side ang ating Moment. Let's look at this, 3-man push agad dito sa may LA side. France needs to be able to spot out Chris. Pero smoke too thick. Already have CA side. Kaso, tignan mo naman, Red. Close by sa hukay. Pwede sumapatas dito ng Moment na they know. Wait, look. Pinadala pa nga dito si Just Selkoranen. Red. Di man lang makakapitas ng isa. And now it requires a big play for Son. Mahanap si Skies. And also, that's the C4 down. And Nomad holds down mid. Or itong high mid position natin. Moment. Ting a lot of bullets dito sa high mid.
But the rotations are coming in right now. Galing sa JY, that gives them the advantage at this point in time. Nagsama-sama na yung tatlong remaining players ng JY. And with Justin, pati si Jake na magkasama dito, we know that these are highlight players, but the man advantage will remain. Justin, unaware, Jake. Oh no.
Justin gets the second kill there. Biglang naubos ang ating mga players for JY Davao, and France cannot hit the shots. Still has a chance. 100 HP, full belt of util. Pero harapan niya na lang down through the smoke. And that's not a great play for JY. Despite him having man advantage, sabi ng Momen, kailangan lang namin dito yung dalawang letter J sa aming squad.
To be fair, there were a lot of moving parts in that play galing sa JY, no? You had to push pababa ng hukay, to push out through bypass para na hindi ina-expect sana ng Moment. The problem came when it came to the later parts of the round. Kasi France ito, man advantage ulit established ngayon para sa JY Esports. How do they make up for it? How do they double down on this? Kasi yun nga, where is the difficulty coming from para sa JY? Saan sila nagkakamali is the question.
They have good openings though, no? Para sa JY, but especially if they have this na si Ared talaga magpupush lang palagi towards Hukay and as well as sa Arco. Magandang signs to as Ared hits the second shot in the head of Justin and as well as kay Chris. What a round para sa JY, answering back already up against Momen.
Yeah. Jake, now left in a 1v4 is gonna have to do a lot, pare. Not to mention yung C4
No way.
pero
Okay.
Nawala. That's gonna be it here. JY, buti na lang may maagang sagot laban sa Moment kasi kung hindi, pare, I fear for the fact na pwede silang tambakan itong Moment. May palag pa naman itong mga taga Davao.
Every time naman, as long as they're playing. Pero kasi ang problem ngayon, palaging big gamble na magme-mid dito si Ared, but France is always just gonna peek out papunta dito sa may LA on that stairway sa may A side, which is predictable in a sense, no? Kaya nga napatensya na agad dito. So Moment, back to their ball game. Check out muna si A, hold down LB, and see kung saan pwede pumasok.
I do like yung post-up dito ni Skies, no? Looking for a push out through vents. With a man advantage na meron sila, pwede na lang i-push yung mga longer angles dito sa angkara natin. But Son, in the back of the smoke, looking very active. Gets a little bit of information but also draws the attention itong dalawang players galing sa Moment na hindi pwedeng basta-basta pinipik, man. Na-punish ka tuloy.
I know, alam ko na agad kung anong mga parang bad signs for JY. It's always them being greedy.
Yeah.
They're getting these greedy angles na they're just gonna get picked off right off the bat sa mga engagements natin. But look at this, no? JY, MOMEN Esports, setting up now para sa B-side natin. Walang nakapwesto dito. The closest player is gonna be on high mid. Itong si Ared, pero harap na agad ni Skies and he's gonna be cutting down the rotations mula dito kay Nomad at hinarapan na lang ni Jake. Close doors on B-side. Momen! What an exec in just finding players out of the blue.
I'm gonna have to say, Bipolar, na meron tayong konting parallel between our two JY teams. Sobrang katima na maglaro. They get too aggressive, they get too greedy. Na even when they have the advantage, they throw it away because they keep looking for more. And maybe that's one thing that has to change dito sa sistema ng mga JY teams natin is to have that patience. Believe in the protocols, believe in the hold na meron kayo without risking your life. Like this one right now, Ared. The push through the
It's always
smoke.
a gamble. I mean, didn't find jobs at the end of the day, so that's good. But all it takes is to France to just fall down. Pero yun na nga, siya pala ang mananalo doon. What a shot all the way from TB. That's Chris down, which means JY, they can just play passive now. Discipline, yan ang kailangan dito ng JY. They can just hold. Pero Red needs to be careful. Si Jake tong kalaban niya.
Kita mo na gano'ng kasakit si Jake. Not to mention Skies as well. And he does get the info and he gets the kill ngayon ang Moment. Can't be taking any precautions at this point, no? Dependent talaga sila if they can get these kills. And now again, Son, giving away more space, more information ngayon para sa Moment. The 2v4 is now turned into a 2v3. And on Miniter, Skies is already waiting for the push from Vince.
Grabe yung guarantee dito ng JY. They want to just keep on pushing. Pero mahirap yan up against Skies. And up against Nomad. He has the better gun here. Big flash. Double pa nga para kay Nomad. Justin peeking out and he gets the kill. The 2-kill advantage sana dito ng JY given by Ared. Ultimately, nawawala-wala na. Just suave.
I don't know, man. There's really nothing else you can say about it, Bipolar. Literal, this round in particular is literally what you said. They get greedy. 2v4 yun, pare. 2v4, they got the man advantage. Anong ginawa nila? Instead of waiting in your crossfires, waiting with your setup, They walk forward and audition like it's an audition for a Broadway musical, pare. Hindi ko alam kung bakit gano'n. And now this 3-1, which looked equal at the start, lumalayo-layo na nga dito yung moment.
Mhm. Broadway show lang or at least like a musical na pwede natin halin tulad dito ang ating
Gusto na makita si Kuya Will sa ano.
Pwede, no? Gusto na mag-audition, gusto na ng jacket. Pero yung jacket din, kailangan W nasa likod, hindi yung L eh. And right now, they're just getting L's straight through. Still just a 2-point advantage para dito sa moment, but miserable man ang JY dito. You have to find picks already, Nomad. It's a good hold though. Look at that. Hotel, second mid, high mid, LA has great coverage. Pero TV nakahanap ng butas ang buong moment.
Son is not covered actually here. Buti na lang tumalikod. C4 pa yun ha. So ngayon, may advantage na naman ng JY. They will be tested this time around in terms of their discipline, pare. Kasi over rotations, over aggression. But so far, so good. Moment are gonna have to actually push through the defense here without JY handing it to them on a silver platter ngayon. As you can see, Sky's on the lurk. Just waiting sa may yellow for any forward push galing sa JY. It looks like they are kind of reading heavily into it. Pero with 1 minute on the clock, para kailangan na gumala ng moment at some point. The control dito ni Sky's sa may miniter. Walang makita-kitang tauhan. And the clutch just continues to take, pare. So much pressure on the shoulders ngayon ng moment.
Yeah, they have to be very good with the util dito on A side. Ganda doon ang pwesto dito ni Brian, even ni Ared. No top 8 players though. Pag napatasagad sila dito, they can easily take A side. Pero Brian, ready for the headshot. Pero yung flash is just too good. Yun na nga, all the way from boxes. Pero sa Red, nahanap din. And even the rotations mula sa B-side, sabi ni Obs, bawal kayong gumalaw. 3 points para sa moment to get a great advantage.
And JY are not allowed to play crossfire dito, bipolar. It's hard to watch, almost, no? For being honest. Kasi sa ngayon, man, again, the advantage taken para sa kanila, they're just not ready for it. The setups are not there, the protocols are not there. Now with Son gone again, no? How do you respond to this? It's the sheer variability na ginagawa ng moment dito na hindi mabasa-basa ng JY how to respond. And now with the Red alone on the A side, di ko alam kung paano siya mabubuhay dito kasi may pinasabog na nga siya. My gosh, pain from the sky.
They just keep on continuing. Di na nga rin kailangan magplanta ng bomba kasi nauubos lang dito ang buong JY. Nomad through the box. Sabi ni Jake, I can still kill you. It's all up to France versus 4. And with the sniper not hitting anytime soon, he whips out the Colt para makakuha ng isa. Pero look at these forward positions for a moment on the post plant. Isa naghahunting na, nade, binawian pa. France eats up a big kaboom dito sa A-side.
We got 2 nade kills in quick succession. Shoutout sa moment, man. Actually using the utilities dito sa ating matchup. Pero look at the push galing sa JY. 3-man push just outside hotel. Moment can't be too comfortable.
Oh! What a third shot. Lucky, I would say, para dito kay France. But that's Justin Dan. That's one of the top players na pwede mo talaga matanggal dito agad in the early rounds for Moment. Pero syempre, Moment, they don't care. Just wabe. It's just a checking at this point. They're still just holding respawn.
Yeah. Ito na pupunta dito, no? Again, this time, Nomad Ared. Okay, iba ng konti yung pwestuhan nila compared to the previous round. Fully convinced na may tao na pupunta ng A. At Moment, they want to take that mid area. As you can see, no, sobrang atrasado dito ni Brian. Nag-aantay ng kahit anong presensya sa may mid, pero walang nangyayari. And now, the reconditioning. Son, waiting sa window ng hotel. Kung may papasok nga ba, kung may check-in nga ba. But it's so quiet, they're so confused. Oy, France.
That's a C4. France now in a triple kill. Mayhem para kay France, pero may pangsagot naman dyan si Hobbs. It's a double kill with the HK. But Brian equalizes even more. Mag-isa na lang si Hobbs, pero he will keep on the fight. Continuing ang pagdomina ng JY on round number 7. And that's their second point. Not bad para sa JY.
2 rounds now. Pwede pa pare. With the last 2 rounds remaining, if they can continue with this kind of momentum, it will not be a bad half at all. But again, they need to continue to have this kind of form. They need to continue to be able to hold on to these. And this time, a slightly different angle. Nakita mo yung amount of pressure na binigay ng JY sa may mid. Corralling Moment into the A side.
Son, from CA, mapapas lang pa without even getting kills. And they go in dry. Wala pong flash na kasama yon. Instantly, Brian is already in the backside, pero all it takes is one shot from the pistol. And look at this A-side players natin, JY, falling one by one. Despite them defending top A, unti-unti nang lalapit si Justin to confirm the kill. It's MOMEN giving their 6th round.
Last round now in the half for JY. Oh, may konti silang pangil pare, pero mukhang medyo postiso nga lang yun, no? Masakit sa una pero hindi continuous yung damage na binibigay. But Son, this push through mid could be great.
Ooh, Son can do some damage, pero Sky's already there to claim 2 kills, and Eviobs nag-aantay lang dun sa may tall box on TB. And man, what a great play sana dito for JY, kaso ang dami pang kumagat na sumunod.
Little cooking from JY. Call for the silence. Franz is waiting for any kind of contact sa loob ng B-side, pero ito na nga, no? He's all for it. Takes down the enemy sniper. And Ared, ang layo.
Man, Yobs, how did you get that? Ared, nasa likuran, can't even get any kills. And guess what, Josuave? Yan na ang ating first half. 5-point lead para sa MOMEN.
It's hard to watch. But this is exactly what we expected, pare. Ngayon, tira natin kung ano yung magiging depensa ng MOMEN laban sa JY. Kasi, dito nga naman sila nag-excel. You can see Nomad, you can see kills from fronts, openers like this. This is what we want from JY.
Oh, I like it. Franz activated, pero bakit naka-M4 na dito si Chris? Maling sign yan para sa MOMEN. Lalo na't mag-isa na lang si Justin. They know na nasa may LB siya or nasa may second mid siya nang galing. So they can just easily go into A side, pero mabilisan na pa dito kay Justin. He's already in CA. And he can get Nomad at the right timing. And he just waits. Nomad exposed. Justin fighting. Still has 72 HP. Isang 360 muna mula kay Nomad. Pero wala pa rin magagawa dyan si Justin. Nomad with the headshot in 3rd round para sa JY.
Bawi na ba ng ape ang tanong dito para sa JY Esports, pare? They come from a very slow GR side to now going all in para sa BL. Franz na naman ang magiging highlight player dito para sa JY. This is the opportunity here. So, wala muna. MOMEN are gonna have to hunker down and figure out kung ano nga ba talaga yung nilaluto ng JY dito sa BL side nila. There's a whole lot of utility, a whole lot of information. It will now depend on MOMEN kung paano nila ipaprocess to, pare. Kung mababasa ba nila ang maayos kung saan sila paparating. Kasi now with the utility being thrown in their faces, dalawa lang yung magiging MOMEN player sa loob ng A.
I like this, JY thinking of creative things para lumabas dito ang MOMEN sa lunggahan nila on A and as well as dito sa may B side. Si A control para sa JY confirms a possibility of a high mid push. Pero no movement yet. C4 can go towards A, no? Big flashes, smoke sa may exit. Possible sa JY.
Very possible, man. Yobs do a medyo active angle. If they do get at least one flash, it should be fine. But Yobs is
Bro, clear that angle. Man, just clear that angle first. JY still gets in the sight. Very cool. The smokes needs to be replenished. Meanwhile, MOMEN, they need to go towards CA. Papadalan nila doon si Justin. Skies will possibly go in for the flash. Pero wala siya maharap dun sa may tower side. JY, good defense on this post plant. Isa, nandito si Franz. They go for a crossfire on EA. Pero Justin, makakuha nga ba si Nomad? Nakuha niya pa bago mapitas ni Franz. Big flash play now for MOMEN with the M4. They spray, pero si Ared tap away dito sa may exit. 4 rounds now. Good equalizers. 3 points lead na lang dito ang MOMEN.
Yun nga, tatlo na lang yung kailangan nila dito. And not to mention, pare, the activation ngayon ni Ared. During the first half, pare, it has been mostly fronts, and now with Red activating, it just might be exactly what the doctor ordered para dito sa JY Esports. Sky's already down with the sniper gone. Mas maliit na yung kailangan na problemahin when it comes to this map. So quiet from JY. Yung moment, pare, I feel like they're maybe a little bit too passive this time around, no?
Yeah.
Kasi JY, they're being given the red carpet, essentially. Parang walang nagre-respond dito sa ingay na ginagawa, sa pag-explore na ginagawa ng JY.
There's no power positions para dito sa moment. It's only like ready lang sila dito sa biglang push ata ng JY. Big rush is on A or on B. For the first time, JY trying to go to B since from TB and as well as dito sa may second mid and hotel. Pero spotted na ba ni Chris? Diretso. Flash grenade is there. He holds down the fort of B pero bigla nagtigil ang ating JY. They're waiting for these hot plays to come in pero Chris sprays on down on two.
My God.
Dalawa. And with the help of the flash, Justin magahamol pa with the pistol. Denied ang entry dito ng JY. Pero buhay pa naman si Nomad. Can he do something of a miracle? No, he cannot. It's all up to the sniper. France will fall. And that's MOMEN reclaiming the lead.
Finally an answer back dito para sa moment, and it all came back specifically on that TB push, man. Yung control na ginagawa ng moment, as we mentioned kanina, nagkukulang sila when it comes to the map control here on the GR side. It seems that they may have just learned their lesson. Kasi the farthest they ever explore, pare, is just outside the hotel. Not even checking on mid at some times, no? So just giving them free reign of the map is not good for any situation. This time, Sky's in a power position na nakaantay dito sa may 2F natin. If he can catch anybody crossing out through mid, which is not necessarily the first place to check as well. That's a lot of manpower though. A 3-man hold galing sa moment. Nakita naman natin kung gaano ka-solid yan. This time with an additional player as well.
Good clear. Para ma-push back pa dito si Jake no on room A. All JY needs to do is get one pick bago maka-entry tapos pwede sila sumabog sa isang site. TB ulit? Try number 2?
It's so quiet. My fear here is na yung JY, masyado na lang hinayaan yung hotel. In fact, it's free reign. Pwede kunin ng moment ng libre. Ay, ng JY rather, ng libre itong B-site natin because of moment's positioning.
Testing water is on A side as well, no? Active JY, that's what we want as well. Pero ngayon, saan nga ba pupunta ng JY? I feel like they still want to go towards A side. 50 seconds on the clock.
Grabing
Moment still
stalemate
waiting.
to. Pero ayaw na naman pakita. Justin, doubled up, no? Kasama yung teammate niya dito. Spotted!
No
Oh my God! Mamba out agad. May baka pa siyang Skies dito sa likuran niya, no? So, epas na epas yung testuhan niya ngayon.
It's not safe there. It's wide in the open pag nag-peek out dun si Brian. Oh, nasa
look at
sila
Chris.
dun sa may LA. Pero Chris, can he find the kill there? Pero JY continue the fight. Wala sa kanila yung C4. Nahanap ni Chris si Ared. Pero JY kailangan na-recover dito yung C4. 18 seconds. Ba't wala sa kanila yung bomba? Chris, nagulat. Ba't nandito yung C4? At ba't nandito si Franz? MOMEN gets the round after just being active in the last 20 seconds. Son, kaya niya bang mapitas dito yung last player natin na si Chris pero tatakbo na lang din siya. Di siya magpapakita. What a bad round for JY.
Pare, naiwan yung parcel. Bakit ganon, kuya?
Nasa
Ready na
Shenzhen.
ako eh. Nadali sa Shenzhen Sorting Center, pare. Bakit ganon? JY, kala mo makakahabol na. Ngayon, isang round na lang. Hindi na sila pwede magkamali. Sky's in mid. And he's already caught out by a red.
Okay, that medyo maasim dun si Sky. He wanted to confirm agad yung 10-4 dito, no, from the immediate pick sa high mid, pero parang nakalimutan niya na palaging nandyan si Ared sa may hukay. Mapa-BL yan, mapa-GR, pero look at this. Ared, he can go towards exit. He can go towards the respawn side. Spotted si Chris. That's a good kill. They can continue the ham, pero Justice there already. No trade actually for Sun, no? Baka mapitas pa siya dito. They know he's here. Yobs oversteps. MOMEN, a lot of risk dito sa ating fight, and it's all up to Jake now. in a 1v4, claims one already. There's still a lot of time.
Yeah. Masyado na-excite dito yung Momen, pare. It's unlike them as what we've seen so far in this map, but with a bomb down like this, it's unlikely to say the least. Jake? Wait.
Okay. There we go. Joke, kinabahan tayo dun. Sobrang kabahan tayo dun. That's why we call a timeout now for JY. That was a very, very risky play para sa kanila to just not overwhelm agad dito si Jake no, on C8. Pero man, they are playing some good, early reactions. Talagang libre yung mapa, no? Tulad nga na sinabi mo, there's a lot of respect and passiveness mula dito sa ating Moment. And JY just getting a lot of these, like, power positions on CA, nakukuha yung TV ng libreng-libre kahit di nagpupush sila dito sa may LB or sa may hotel side. Komplikado yung parang ginagawa dito ng Moment. They're giving so much space.
Yeah. And space is the name of the game, especially sa Ankara, pare, when it comes to fundamentals of Crossfire. It really comes down to being able to create an environment na mahirap makapasok yung kalaban niyo. And Moment has not been able to do that because they've just been giving stuff away for free. Kumbaga pinapasok mo na, pinakain mo pa yung nagnakaw sa bahay niyo, 'di ba? Ganun kahirap yung ginagawa nila ngayon. And you know what? Maybe I'm a little bit worried as well as the timing of this timeout galing sa JY, pare. Kasi nakahanap na sila ng momentum. Yes, they have momentum. Moment for sure, pinag-iisipan nila ng mabuti kung ano yung kailangan nilang gawin. And with this timeout, it might just be a double-edged sword for JY, knowing na Moment have finally realized na hold on, they're catching up to us.
I mean, it's pretty crazy, no, na nag-timeout nga talaga dito ang ating players for JY. It might just ruin the momentum,
momentum.
Like you said. Pero kasi Moment, all they have to do is keep on doing these like very risky plays na kagat dito sa ating players on mid. And if it's a red or even if it's some heavy killers atin dito sa JY, they will always lose this kind of rounds. So kasi yun nga sinabi mo, papasok na nga dito yung magnanakaw pero pinapakain mo pa rin. But JY, man, they'll take whatever round that they could get at this point, no? Parang, yes, sige, hindi na muna kami gagawa ng set play, di kami magla-line up, so we will just fight you head on. And that's a scary sight to see if you're Moment kasi ibig sabihin lang noon palaging may big red dot sa katawan mo, and that's JY trying to gun you out. 9-5 scoreline, angat pa rin naman ditong Moment, a lot of rounds to play with, pero syempre kailangan nila dito mag-default ng on-dep, hindi tulad ng ginawa ni Skies in the previous round.
That's 4 people though, no? Invested on A. Nandito na nga si Skies and
look at this,
unpunished.
Man, Moment's just going in. As the GR side, may stat pa dun sa box, mamamatay lang din. Pero Justin unleashes Hellfire with the USP. Nomad nagulat. Bakit mag-isa na lang ako? Pero buti na lang nasa kanya C4. This guy has been always consistent in terms of kill per round na almost 2. Pero he needs to find 3 now after getting that kill dito sa may second mid. He needs to play for time.
There is plenty of time, pare. If he can somehow find the way na ma-isolate yung mga gunfights dito laban sa Moment, then things are looking possible. But again, minute and 20. Nomad taking the gamble to check towards B. Checking out towards hotel. Nga siya makita-kita. And Moment, they know exactly what they're doing, pare. As soon as makapag-plant siya ng bomba, magsasama-sama na lang itong mga to bago labanan si paring Nomad. And a minute left on the clock. All pressure is on his shoulders to try and keep this Ankara alive. What do you do?
May nakapwesto. Jake is inihuka eh. Gagamitin niya a red strat. Just suave, mag-aantay lang siya dyan. Tapos dito niya pa ata ililibing si Nomad. But Nomad notices threats on mid. Pero gumagalaw ng Moment palapit dito ng B-side. Already here is gonna be Justin. Pero Nomad, can he plant the bomb safely? Sa open pa magpaplanta and Justin can just peek out. It's an easy shot. And why did you do that, Nomad? Moment closes out Ankara in a 10-5.
Not even close dito para sa JY Esports, unfortunately, no? An abysmal first half. Meron tayong konting resurgence, pare. Pero nakapag-impact na masyadong maraming rounds itong Moment para mahabol sila ng ating mga Davaoenyo players galing sa JY. So, they just lost on their own map pick, and that is the first of our series, pare. I don't know what they have to do, but they have to do it now. Because in this
Yeah.
short break, Moment panigurado yan. They are euphoric sa pagkapanalo dito sa Ankara.
And they're gonna be even more enthusiastic, no? Kasi magiging port ang ating second map. Just Suave, alam mo yan, port is also a map where moment prevails. Alam naman nila rin to dito, nila Ared, pati nila Nomad on JY Davao, but it's gonna be difficult, especially that moment is somewhat, very much in the top tier pagdating dito sa impact and playing port. Now, with their 10-5 scoreline, they have so much confidence para makapasok dito. Sky's hitting some shots, amazingness mula dito sa ating players, mula kay Chris, kay Yobs, lahat gumagana. Even etong JJ doing natin si Jake pati si Justin gumagana, and that's an LJA na wala dito ngayon sa Momen, which is also gonna be just giving them a lot of firepower, man. This Ankara, nakita natin, Momen, from the very start, BL pa lang, they were just waiting. And palaging lumalabas dito yung JY isa-isa, tapos napapadali lang talaga yung trabaho nila to win the series.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna be an identity na JY wants to be building around themselves, no? The kind na masyadong hot-headed to the point na nagkakamali na sila. But unfortunately, that is what they have developed so far, no? With only a single set won so far dito sa ating summer season. So much work to be done for this Davaoeño squad, man.
There needs to, parang if you're a team like Moment, all you need is to polish your playstyle. Ngayon, JY, they need to rebuild or at least restructure yung buong yung playstyle nila, because it's not really working. You're getting some fights, yes, you have big aimers mula sa yung team, pero it's not gonna be enough. You need to have big plays, you need to have big aggression and as well as passiveness at the same time. Tingnan mo naman to, Franz, able to spot out 3 teams sa LB, pero napitas pa rin sila isa-isa. And look at this. Even this round was very much a bad sign para dito sa JY, kasi every time that they wanted to get an early advantage, they stay too long and the greediness is in effect. But man, Franz, you are giving one hell of a hope pagdating dito sa ating JY squad, kasi lahat ng shots niya tumatama. Even itong si Son, no, despite them not really having this like teamwork in their name, they have still individual powers na kailangan lang talaga gumana. Wow. Moment, they waited and their patience was granted with a win sa kanila. Just looking at these replacements, it's just domination, no? And that last play, I thought Nomad was cooking, pero talagang inopen niya pa. Could have held dun sa may batteries, but now, looking at the statistics, a total of 15 rounds and 10 rounds ang napunta dito sa ating Moment. Wow, just look at that. 2.14 kay Justin, and that is just insane.
Yep, insane is right, pare. Kasi there's nothing else you can say about it. At this point in time, JY, we talked about these players being insane mechanically. It's just that, no, spacings off. They're not able to complement each other right now on regardless of what map they're on. No, in fact, it's hard to say na all 5 of these rounds, or even 1 or 2 of these rounds, were able to be caught with teamwork other than sheer luck. Na, magkalapit tayo, ready ako makapag-trade sa teammate ko. Things like that are really what JY need to get set up on, not the protocols, their roles in the team, no? Despite having, yes, we understand that Francis is the sniper, but everyone else, medyo hodgepodge yung galawan nila dito.
Yeah. Justin is our set MVP as well, no? Just Suave, amazing from the offense and in the defense. Every shot was hitting, and it was just parang feeling ko this was one of the easiest matchup para dito kay Justin. That's why he has a 2.14 in terms of KD. That headshot percentage na pwede mo na rin iangat dito ng 0.60, and as well as survival rating niya, no? That's why he has a kill per round na 1.00 exact. Justin, man, I would love to see you in the playoffs, in the finals, if you keep on continuing this. Pero yun na nga, that is our first map. Man, 15 rounds lang yon. Pero tingnan natin kung papahabain ng ating dalawang teams ang ating next map. It's gonna be Port, but we have a little bit of a break. Magbabalik po ang ating CFPH Impact 2026. Welcome back sa ating CFPH Impact 2026. Ako ay biglang na-energize ng todo kasi may nakita tayong familiar faces in our viewers right now. Big shoutout sa'yo, Terror! What is up? I hope you're having fun there sa ibang bansa, and I hope you're always well. We love you here. You still have a Crosshair family if you wanna come back anytime, any day. Alam mo na yan. Pero syempre, big shoutouts to Just Suave ngayon. Momen versus JY ang may kita natin, and it is gonna be Port. Alam mo naman yan, Port can be played by both teams, pero syempre may isang team dyan na very much dominating sa mapa to. And guess what? It's still Momen.
I mean, I don't think you have a map that you can actually say that JY dominate right now. But it's recency bias aside, even if we backpedal sa spring, pare
Yeah.
JY, it's it's so easy to say it's really bad. But I'd hate to start to just kick a dead horse here. Pero kasi pare, there's really nothing you can say when the data literally says 0% win rate, no? So hopefully ito na yon. Remember, we talked about Port as being that map na pwede mag-pop off yung mga sniper natin. Nakita naman natin may impactful si Franz kahit kanina sa Ankara na not necessarily the most competitive. So maybe this is what they need to finally get another set win under their belt.
Yeah, you know ano, parang there is gonna be a chance na pwede nilang makuha to ng todong-todo, pero it has to be a very very good BL side din para sa kanila. They will have I believe itong GR side, check na natin later on, no, pero even if mag-start sila dito sa GR side natin, JYE needs to have that very oppressive or at least like offensive blow na hindi mahagalaw dito ang Moment Esports. If they will be giving a lot of space dito sa ating Moment, tulad ng nangyari dito sa ating first few rounds sa ating BL side dito ng ating JYE nung Ankara, well, may kita mo dyan, Yobs gunning out, Skies, mag-aangas na lang dito sa may BR, makahanap dito yung mga easy picks na gusto sanang kunin dito ng ating JYE yung CA, pero let's see, we are going into the game of Port again. It's a 1-0 already for Moment. Tignan natin kung makakabawi nga ba ang mga Davao.
Ito na simula dito kaagad, no, Chris taking a little bit of damage. Medyo malaki yung magiging stress para kay Franz para sa mapa na to, no? Already posted up, waiting for anybody to show their face sa may BR natin. But yung JY sa ngayon, no, it's a fair enough setup. Yung Z-Control HB as well. Tapos, konting kembot lang, pwede kang mag-push sa may mid. So it's a good layering of defenses dito para sa JY.
Yeah, I
But
like this very, okay, Ared. Pop
He's
off
still
game.
going?
Pwede pa naman. Pero yung naman, sinabi mo dito, very good defense. And I like na may Z-control sila, may mid-control sila, and this is what it gives you. You have full domination sa mapa natin at muntikan pang mga titles.
This is something that we were looking at the last few days na ang kailangan talaga when it comes to Port is having a very solid GR side. And that really, yung most important parts of that defense is that HB. It's the store and the Z control na ginagawa ng JY ngayon. Unfailing.
Mm-hmm.
No man?
Pero iba na ata ang pwestuhan dito ng Moment. Gusto na mag-A side, pero no man. Close by, kita agad yung barrel dito ni Chris. And that's a double now. Make it a triple kill para kay Nomad to close down the first round. That's JY with a very good start sa GR side.
Yeah, nice clean first round is exactly what they need. No, kasi we had our doubts. Whoa!
Nakaster Chris agad. Yung swabe na.
I should stop glazing. No?
You should stop glazing a little bit. Sabihin na lang natin, it's good. It's not good enough. Oh no, sige. Oh my goodness, Moment. Pero soon, nagmintis yung first few bullets. Pero makakahanap pa rin siya dalawa. Make it 3 pa nga. It's a killing spree for Son. Pero bakit may angat pa din dito ng isang player ang Moment? Somehow, buhay pa rin si Ops.
No, it's I think he's expected dito sa my court, no? Just request ni Yob, he's so ready for it.
Ooh!
Wait.
Good job, Nomad. Good job. You know, at this point, mag-bias na muna tayo dito sa JY kasi kailangan nila ng isang panalo dito. But man, Chris, he can deliver some big blows up against dito kay Nomad. Pause a little bit. Siyempre, nasa kanya yung C4.
He's so weird. Back off ka agad, push sa may A sign ngayon, mag-aantay. I think he's expecting the rotation galing kay Chris and Chris is ready into it perfectly, no? Walang katao-tao sa B side, man. Binuksan lang yung bintana, tamang pasok lang, kukunin yung iPad at cellphone mo sa tabi ng kama. At yun, makakapag-plant na rin ng C4 si paring Chris. 1v1 tayo para sa retake.
Mm-hmm. I like this, no? Sa mismong stairway pa siya pumeso dito sa may kanan ng site or on the right side dito pagpasok ng B. Pero Nomad does still have a flash. Did use it towards Store B para ma-expect ni Chris na possible dun siya manggagaling. Pero Chris, too aware. Checking curve. May flash play pa sana. Good pop flash. Nomad, bulag na bulag! God damn, Chris! What a play!
Grabe awareness yun, pare. He already knew. Nomad thought he was cooking, but unfortunately, it was not gonna be the truth ngayon. Moment. Answering back in front again. Posted up dito sa my mid. Alam niya na kailangan niyang i-maintain yung position, but he's already gone from the map.
Oh no. Not good signs na mabilisan ditong gumagalaw si Chris pero shut down already there as Brian did hold down curve. Ninja play denied. Pero syempre, alam naman niya suave. A 4v4, 4v5 in favor of the other side. Kung moment yan, they'll keep on playing passive. They can still, extract some players here. Pero mabilisan na naman for Yobs. Nomad in the same position. Did Yobs learn before or will he do the same mistakes as he did once? Kita na nga yung paa at nag-line up pa sila. What an easy spray for Nomad.
GR side on full display dito, no? We all know that this is a very GR-sided map, guys. Working on to Brian. Pag nakuha niya si Son dito, he's gonna go sideways real fast.
Ooh, Nomad with a triple kill now. At lalong napaganda dito sa JY. Tignan mo naman yung HP dito ni Justin. Nag-ninja play pa nga. Inalay ang buhay para makakuha ng second round ang JY. You love to see it, man. Great holds para sa JY on the GR.
Now actually seeing a lead from JY is some great semblance of hope para sa Davaoenyo squad. Nagkarapit na didn't see that. Nag-kiss lang yung dalawa bago maghiwalay.
Ay, man, this game could not get any wilder, just suave. This game could not get any wilder. Pero, let's see JY, a very fast approach. No, tingnan mo na, ang forward hold nila dito. They have CA, they have LB almost. Kapag nag-push pa sila dito, there's only one close by and that's Justin. And given the fact na itong moment ngayon, playing very, very careful, ang dami ngayon na pupunta ulit sa JY na map space.
As pare ba? For JY, we've seen them fumble yung mga gantong situation before. As long as they can stick to their roles or stick to their plan, we should be fine. Oh no, that's one. And now we equalize yung manpower natin. Buti na lang may bawas si paring Brian.
Chris, fighting a kill there on BR side, no? Kanina pa niya inaantay na may mag-cross dito sa BR side. Pero syempre, babalik na naman tayo sa tie game in terms of players. You have Brian, low HP, Chris as well. Sasama na ngayon ang ating moment on B side. Pero ang gandang off angle mula kay Ared. Kita na agad. He expects the push. Pero isa lang makakuha niya doon. At napaganda pa lalo ulit. Pero this time, on moment. Kasi low HP na sana doon. Low HP player lang yung napatay doon ni Ared. So moment can play with numbers. They still have Util. Brian, low HP. Napitas na nga dito ni Justin from Z. And with 38 seconds to play, France has so much powers with this M14, can spray on down dito sa B-site. Napakalambot ng pinapwestuhan ngayon ng moment. Pero Justin, malapitan lang. That's a deadly angle as well. But it's given by Justin. Tie game tayo in 4.
Not close to them you would have expected it to be dito. Pero yung moment, pare, mukhang nag-warm up na sila. So admittedly, these are the last couple of rounds have started to look much cleaner from MOMEN ESPORTS. As long as they can slow down and continue to play their own game, it shouldn't be a problem. JY on the other hand, like we said, pressure on their backs.
Yeah. They have so much space, especially on the GR side. All they have to do is play a little bit passive, play a little bit close towards together, or close together. Pero ngayon, parang aware ng moment. Ayaw na nila mamatay dito kay Nomad. Dun sa may box bago mag-ladder. So they just spray on down. But good awareness, Nomad stopping itong possible play for moment. Nag-hold na lang siya ng top A. Tapos si Son na lang ipapadala niya. Gagawin niyang expendable dito yung kasama niya.
I think we're gonna be expecting the position itong dalawa. As soon as may flash tayo, Son, you can see playing anti-flash, no? Nakatalikod. Flash now. Oh!
One kill already there. Tatlo ang mga matay doon para sa moment. And it took a little bit of time para makakahanap ng isang trade dito si Justin. They're still stuck in spawn and look at this. The Sharks are hungry mula dito sa ating JY. And Nomad goes on SD. Ared makakahanap ng isa and that's a clean round para dito sa JY. What a play, no? Yung sinabi mo nga dito, may pop flash. Ready doon si Son.
I like it, man. We talked about kanina the emphasis on map control when it comes to JY Esports, pare. Sometimes they don't really have a plan, but now it's working out very well for them, no? Mas praktisado ng konti, but they need a little bit more than that if they really want to get this win. And now the push from Moment all the way sa may Z. Don't over push, don't overdo it. Because if you give away that position, things are gonna go sideways very fast. So it's a game of patience ngayon para sa JY. Kasi kung hindi sila magkamali, madali na lang nila makonvert yung round na to.
Ooh! Shot! As they want to cross, pero dire-diretso pa rin ang Moment. Jobs needs to get the kill, pero close doors mula dito kay Brian. Jake, aangat at papatay. Isa makukuha niya, pero denied ang extra play pa sana dito ng Moment. It's all up to Justin at mamamatay pa siya. What a killing spree. What a multi-kill mula kay Franzon A.
Beautiful stuff, pare. Sabi nga natin kanina, it will be up to Franz to generate impact for this team, and so far he's really doing it all in sa GR side natin ang port. 4 kills already para sa kanya, but those are so important for these round conversions, and he's still going.
Franz, someone needs to stop this. Franz is one hell of a player. Kanina nga binibigyan dito ng malaking advantage ang ating JY in the early parts of the rounds. And now he's just continuing that kind of force in port of all maps. And what a shot that was! Paano niya nakita dun si Justin? It was a millisecond. And all it took was that exact timing. Moment, crumbling to pieces. Pero B-site na lang din. Kung gumaan na nga naman kanina, why not just do it again?
I don't think JY are really convinced that it's gonna be an A-side take. Nakita mo yung rotation dito. They're already going towards G. They're not expected at all.
Red is frying dito sa may Z-side natin. Checking every angle to clean off 3. And man, JY, we wanted you to be aggressive. We wanted you to be dominating at talagang pinakita yon. But this time out might change the tides para dito sa ating Moment. That's 3 straight rounds and 3-point advantage dito ang ating JY Davao. Moment, they need to wake up. GBL side nila to, support.
Yeah. I mean, when you're talking about JY, pare, once this team starts playing their own game, kailangan mo lang naman, isang simple lang naman yung kailangan gawin. Make sure that they're uncomfortable. And Moment, pare, they're giving them the world end more. Kasi, ang dali na lang kumuha ng space. The amount of utility being expended dito galing sa Moment, I think is also a little bit ill-tempered, no? Kasi yung mga flash, ang pinagbabaton nila, yung mga smokes as well, parang hindi pinag-isipan ng mabuti. It essentially gives, say, Franz, gives him way too much space. And nagiging advantage siya para sa JY Esports, and Moment need to play a little bit more confident, no? Take matters back into their own hands, kasi as soon as nag-slow down itong Moment Esports, nakakahanap na ng butas yung JY.
Yeah, it was parang ano yun, if you think about it, these are just again free spaces para sa JY. Nung na-notice mo yun sa ating Angkara na Moment playing very very passive on the GR side, hindi ganito yung BL side nila nasa Angkara, pero right now parang na-transfer lang ulit yung GR side nila dito sa port of all places wherein they need to be aggressive. Hindi sila nagtitake angles dito, pinagbibigyan nila yung store players natin, and that's why nakakapag-set up dito ang players natin for JYE on Z, on CA, and these are positions na dapat kinukuha agad ng BL side, because if they just give that out, unti-unti lang sila machuchok, unti-unti lang sila maiipit dito sa respawn nila, and that happened 3 full times para sa kanila. Yes, after those first engagements, nabibigay na dito yung house B natin, yung store B natin dito for Moment Esports, pero nakaset up pa din ang ating JY on B side, which just negates the fact na nabibigyan pa rin negates the fact na nakakagawa pa rin sana dito ang play ng ating Moment Esports. JYE, man, this was out of the blue. Hinanap natin at binigay agad nila on port. Again, they'll have a pretty fun time dito sa ating BL side kasi na-secure na agad nila yung advantage kahit mapuntos pa dito ng Moment yung last 2 rounds natin.
Yeah, but again, we talked about yung GR side, how GR sided this port map is. If Moment can at least try and get a couple more rounds under their belt and think it shouldn't be too difficult, that's up to them. Pare. Kasi JY so far, like you said, no, hindi nagkakaroon ng preventive measure itong Moment when it comes to playing on the default here. The Z, Store, and HB combo na ginagawa ng JY for the last few rounds has been putting Moment to a full 0 mile per hour stop sa kahit anong gusto nilang pasukin na site ng mapa natin. So again, the same position, no? Literally playing the same positions as the last few rounds. Kasi if it ain't broke, don't fix it nga naman dito. With a 3-round advantage na meron na nga sila at this point, there's really no point in trying to innovate if it just works.
Yeah, I mean, they can just keep on continuing, no? Pero at this time, we continue ang ating BL side for Moment Esports. Same kind of S, pero again, JY, kahit saan ka kasi pumunta ngayon, you have Nomad and Son dito sa LA. Hymed very much denied kasi fast rotations yung nakikita natin dyan. Kahit mag-ninja play pa ulit dito ang Moment, hindi pa rin sila makakagalaw. They need somewhat of an opener dito. Siguro manggagaling dito kay Skies, pero this is very interesting, no? Moment, realizing after the timeout na BL side kami, 5-man M14 EBR na lang on port at sasabog sila dito on B.
It's gonna be hard
Smoke,
though.
disrespected mula dito sa ating Moment.
Oh,
JY, they're close by.
no way.
Pero expects it.
Ano na yung paparating, men? Yung setup dito ka lang sa Moment, i-expect mo na util, Brian!
Oh, Skies gets one more. At ngayon, nabombard si Ared para makahanap pa rin siya ng isa dito. Fast rotations denied by Skies as he does find the kill on fronts. At ngayon, despite the low HP na natitira dito kay Skies pati kay Jake, the bomb has been planted. What a shot mula kay Nomad, spraying and praying at nahanap niya pa si Jake. That's one attacker down or at least one defender down dito sa post plant ng ating Moment. And now they activate with the flash. Justin waiting lang at nahanap niya agad. And good play na naman para kay Skies. He claims a triple kill dito sa kanilang B-push.
Ayun na nga yun, no? Masyado nang nag-overcook itong Moment for quite a few rounds. And they saw the light. Literally, you know what? We're outnumbered lagi sa pag-push. Then make it nice and simple. Dito by the numbers. France though?
Ooh, he misses.
Ha!
That's not good. Papatuhan na lang to ng multiple grenades. Nagkabanggaan pa nga pero France will still go back. Oh, it's a big ruse. Aalis lang sila dito sa LA. They can reconsider B-side.
Ito na yung full rotation galing sa JY, man. It's become a mess now because Moment I've thrown a lot of confusion into the mix. Mag-isa lang dito si Brian na mag-a-anchor ng B-site natin na apat yung paparating. And because of the constant distraction galing kay Justin sa may mid, galing kay Justin sa may SD, JY are completely confused as to which side of the map they should be going to. But Brian!
Oh, dalawa pa makaharap niya doon. Moment gets depleted as they enter B. Yes, they got the side, pero look at this. Every angle mula sa JY dito ngayon, haharapan na lang nila. Moment slowly falling down. Mabibigyan pa ng pang-anim na puntos dito ang JY, pero Chris can still fight. They're slowly closing down. Papunta dito sa B at hindi niya pa na-anticipate doon si Nomad. We go into our second half in a 6-3 scoreline. Jiswabe, na-expect mo ba na ganito kalakas ang JY ngayon?
Sino nga naman mag-expect, pare? You saw what they did, Rangkara. And now JY, despite it being Moment's map pick, making the most out of this GR side ng port. And it's all thanks to these players, man. Si Ared, si France. It's just great performances all around galing sa JY. And a very solid game plan is what it seems, no? So, kailangan pa ng konti pag-iigi ngayon ng JY. Kasi konting push na lang. Pwede na naman panalo to. Kasi konti na lang to, men. What is it now? Only 4 rounds to go para matapos ito and bringing us all the way to the third map of our series.
Yeah, it might possibly be Eagle Eye 2.0 and I'm actually excited no after this stint wala sa JY na ganito pala sila kaayos pagdating dito sa ating GR side in port of all maps. It's just really impressive na they're going toe-to-toe somehow. Hindi na nga toe-to-toe, talagang dominating na sila dito on port eh. So, Moment on the GR side now has a lot to recuperate. Kailangan nila makabawi dito from the first 2 rounds pa lang. If not, guess what? 8 points na agad dito ang ating JY and they can easily close this out kasi ang dami nilang leeway. If they go in with a bang, it's gonna be pretty hard para dito sa Moment. But, do see the second side or second half now. Let's see kung ano nga bang adjustments na pwedeng gawin ng Moment.
Ito ng HE na yun galing kay Chris. He's expecting that presence on my CA. As you can see, Justin also atrasado na ng konti. He wants to be setting a trap for this JY squad that's coming their way. Pero mukhang gusto na mag-BR, man. All the way. Maybe all the way to Bodega. Nomad checking. Justin around the corner. Tabang warning shot lang. But JY, naantay nila na mag-overrotate itong Moment. But it's just not working. Tipon-tipon muna, no? They're not taking the bait at all here by Polo. In fact, they're just biding their time. Giving away even HB. The amount of utility thrown there already. JY. Full force papunta na ng B-site ngayon. It's gonna be Yobs and Jake na kailangan mag-anchor dito and hold on for their survival.
Yeah. Great positions though. Look at this Yobs. Mag-aantay lang dito pero kasi common spot na isuspam yan dito nila Brian. Big flash play. Going in, unaffected si Jake. Ang ganda ng pwesto sa may Jenny and Brian. Flashed up as well, all the way from curve. Momen, holding down with just one player at hindi pa alam dito si Yobs. Kukunin pa ni Chris dito atensyon nila Ared at mapipitas pa dito si Yobs. Momen, they can still fall down lalo at nakahanap dito si Franz sa may likuran. On curve, maglalabas ng lagim dito si Franz pero they go back, na-realize nila just suave na marami pang oras dito sa 10th round.
Ganda rin ng pwesto dito ni Franz. Ready to cut off any rotations pero hindi. Nakita nila kung ano yung pwestuhan ngayon. Justin pushing towards a red who is looking the wrong way. 35 seconds on the clock. Paparating pa lang yung C4 sa side na red. Nakatalikod! Franz, ano magagawa mo dito 1v2?
Oh, 30 seconds pa. He claims etong si Chris. And he expects Justin. But Justin still has the advantage. Ang dami niya pa ring buhay dito. And that's a clean round para sa Moment. Very sloppy in the first fights. Pero man, what a hold mula dito sa B-side.
Great hold, man. Tons of respect para kay Yobs doon. Not to mention the amount of damage done already. Meron tayong chip damage na malala sa tatlong player ng JY. One well-aimed HE should be able to take their lives dito. But son, all caution to the wind pa rin. Nag-antay! What?
No way! Paano alam ni Justin yun? That was a silent zone at nakatalikod pa si Ared. Wala naman nang galing flash dito sa BR. Ared just giving his life away and that's so crucial.
Just when you thought there was space dito na pwedeng kunin ng JY for free. Can you imagine losing two people to the same person? And si Brian, desperate to make up for it, gives away his life. And the last two players ng JY ngayon cornered. What does Nomad even do, pare? He doesn't have the C4. He has one singular piece of util. And against 5 players, pare, malabo pa sa malabo na makuha niya yung round na to. Unless Moment give us a generational throw.
No, they're not gonna do that anytime soon, man. Kailangan nilang humabol. And now, look at this. Timeout para dito sa JY. They realize na tama nga na hindi dapat nila ibigay yung first 2 rounds dito ng GR side ng Moment because look at the impact that it did. Hindi na sila makalabas ng respawn this time, just suave. Nakakapag-aggressive play, parang binaliktad ng Moment yung mundo, no? Yung GR side, kinagawa nilang BL, they're just going in straight after mahanap dito ni Justin yung CA players natin.
Yeah, yun nga talaga, no? It just feels like nawala yung confidence bigla dito ng JY or conversely, no, Moment have found their stride. Again, we talked about how GR-sided yung port is as a map and yun nga, on full display yung itsura ngayon ng Moment. All they need to do is essentially play some normal crossfire. They should be able to convert this map easy. So it's all up to JY now do something to a degree na hindi sila maintindihan itong Moment and actually get the conversion kasi habang tumatagal may nahahabol na sila ng mga kalaban nila dito.
Yeah, it's getting closer by the minute every time, no, that Moment is now just activated dito sa ating GR side. Somehow there was something na after that first half biglang umayos na dito ulit yung ating Moment. JY, they still have a round to play with, yes, pero realistically don't want to tie game because they're on the BL side, for God's sakes. Kailangan nila dito gumawa ng plays. Again, nakita nga natin yung B pero kasi parang may dalawang players na pumasok and the rest of the players didn't enter. They had the sight, they had numbers to play with. Dalawa lang yun. Parang sabi nga dito ng ating Moment, hindi muna kami mag-rotate kasi kaya naman yan ni Chris. Kaya naman yan ni Yobs ma-hold on dito yung B. And that trust is just too scary para dito ata sa JY. They're not fully committing. They're just poking itong ating Moment and that's not what you want. You have to be dominant. You have to be assertive. You have to show that you are here to win the game. Funnily enough, after the switch, hindi nangyari.
Medyo naging sirang plaka na nga tayo dito kasi it seems like the same problems that were plaguing itong JY ng Ankara nag-a-arise na naman dito pagpasok ng port natin. Kasi isang puntos na lang yung kailangan ng Moment. Pwede na mahabol itong JY. Franz, again, the world on his shoulders, man. Holding the TRG, waiting for some activity galing sa Moment pero hindi sila mapapakita unless Chris moves forward too fast. And JY, snail space sa ngayon. Inaantay nila naman yung mag-over-aggress galing sa Moment. I think is happening so far. I know what scares me as well dito by Porter is the mere fact na kahit hindi natin nakikita yung usual na favorite nating default when it comes to that B site, aka Store Z and HB, kaya pa rin hawakan ng Moment yung B site na walang kaproblema eh. That's what scares me on the GR side ngayon ng port kasi JY just seem to not have an answer, no, sa depensa ngayon ng Moment Esports.
I feel like ang nasa isip ko kasi ng Moment, at the end of the day, papasok pa rin ng JYE sa site. So if they just go in the site itself and close down the close angles, yun na lang tutukan nila, they're gonna be having an easy time. Pero Chris is gonna be investigating a little bit dito sa may mid side natin.
What if you want to
Possible
do that?
feeding?
Skies? Undecided talaga tong GY, man. Poking and prodding but still no commitment, pare. Son, with the ninja play?
Not committing yet. Still waiting para dito kay Ared. Hanap na nga si Chris, pero Chris still staying alive. Now he falls down. At malaking ikutan na to. If Brian finds Justin, and he does, it's gonna be easier now for JY to enter the site. Ang ganda pa nito. May backstab na mangyari kay Nomad. Eobs will fall down. It's all to Skies on A para ma-deny yung push dito. On the other side, he expects it. At dalawa pa mahanap niya. Somehow, naging tie game pa tayo in terms of players. Jake falling down up against Nomad. And it's all after the sniper. With 20 seconds, yung C4 malayo pa pero pwedeng mag-AC Ared. Pwedeng mapaslang pa rin dito si Skies. Pero he switches to the TRG still. Di niya mahanap yung baril nasa kaliwa. And there goes the M14. He finds the kill. May buhay pang 15. Dito si Skies. Pero Ared, he still goes towards P. Malalaman agad dito ni Skies. He still has time. It was exactly on the dot. Pero he still gets the kill. That was very, very tight para sa ating JY.
Way too close, Bipolar. What the hell did we just watch? Naiwan na naman ng JY yung C4. Buti na natin naihabol just in time, like you said, on the dot. Chris, once more waiting for that presence in mid galing sa JY. Should be a tilter ngayon para sa Moment kasi nga, ganun na nga lang. All he needed to do was delay for just a second more and things could have turned the other way around. But JY will maintain the lead. France na naman. For the ninja plays out through mid. Fishing for a reaction galing sa Moment. On a reaction na hindi niya pa ibibigay.
Testing times para sa JY. It's getting closer. We're 3 points away from claiming itong port and forcing Eagle Eye 2.0. Same setup lang, no? CA take, possible ninja play ulit mula dito kay Sun, pati dito kay Ared. Pero tinukuha na ng Moment dito yung buong BR nila. Tougher. I like this, no? Adaptation mula sa Moment immediately after those rounds. Nakita agad nila yung possible na parang hindi maganda doon sa previous round. But Ared, doing the same play here, di pa naman magawa dito ni Son yung ninja play. So they will back off. At ibibigay na lang nila. They'll go towards CA na lang.
Know about this, man. Mag-isa lang dito si Skies. To be fair, Skies has been hitting his shots. But no backup, pare. Should be pretty fine. You can get Brian, wait for the rest of it, and see that come from Bodega. Skies, first kill.
Oh, big flashes. Counter pa nga. Pero nag-miss. Pero yung pistol hindi. Oh my God! He misses the most easiest shot. Pero yung pinakamahirap pa yung tumatama kay Skies. And he gets the last kill again. Skies with a just beautiful sequence, no? Patayin dito yung players. Use the flash. Patayin yung maglaladder. And just repicks again towards LA. Man, Skies is one hell of a player.
Yeah, man, any regular player would have been dead at that point, pero hindi. Napanalo niya pa. Pero si Jake, mag-isa lang.
Good nade, pero isa lang mahanap doon ni Jake. Meanwhile, Yobs flashed up, pero Chris for the cover. One nade can do a lot of damage dito, pero Justin decides to just use it later on na lang. Chris finds the crosser dito, papunta ng baba ng B. Ared, hindi mamamatay ngayon kasi nandyan naman si Son. And they close it down a little bit. Justin though does find one. It's a spray mula kay Son, pero 8 HP. Skies playing with the smoke. ginawang playground yung mismong depensa dito ng JY at dalawa na naman ang angat dito ng JY Esports.
Di nila pinapayagan dito sa moment na mahaabol pare. Kung kailan nakala mo pwede na, hindi. May bawi pa rin ng ating mga Dabawenyo. Pero si Skies na naman yung kaharap nila.
Oh, they find him now though. Talagang niramihan na lang nila yung players na babaril dito sa may mga weak sides ng ating top A. So that's an immediate shutdown on Skies. Doesn't even let him breathe. But JY decides to be passive now. Pero ito kasi maganda, Chris. Ito kasi maganda, Suave. There's a lot of capable snipers dito sa ating moment. Despite Skies falling down, tignan mo naman Chris, expects or at least tries to use the TRG now.
Jake, God box hawak niya dito. One of the best place to be. You know, whole team's coming at you. May teammate pa siyang kasama in this smoke. Buying time for moment. Trying to cook it up right now, Jake and Diobs. Walang kahit anong information galing sa JY sa mapa. Here it comes.
Oh, kung kanina unsuccessful yung hold nila Yobs, ito gagana ng gagana. And with that last shot through the wall, through the window, Yobs finds the headshot on Nomad. Oh, akala nila mauulit pa nila yun for the third time pero hindi na pumesto dun si Yobs sa may platform. Nandun na lang siya sa may long box.
Yeah, HB is converted into a kill box ng round na yun. Literal, wala ka na nakita kung ano-anong bala pa yung tumatama sa mga katawan mo. Ngayon, Franz, ito na naman na attempt to play as the ninja sa may mid pero sobrang kapal ng ecoms natin. Wala kang makita-kita. Oh boy. And I feel like Bipolar at this point in time, Moment have learned their lesson. Hindi nila kailangan mag-over-aggress. Tiwala na lang sa pag-anchor nila kasi it doesn't matter. If it's A, if it's B, the setup is great. And look at the way na nakapwesto yung mga Moment players natin, ha. Tatlo tong nasa may mid. It doesn't matter where you are. Ang bilis ng rotation nito.
Yeah, Franz eating a lot of bullets there. Down to 7 HP. Nakakatakot na side para sa JY na ganito na ginagawa ng Moment. They're not scared of mid anymore. They're negating the fact na pwede pa makapunta dito yung JY sa may CA. That's why pinunta na nila doon si Justin ulit. Pero B-side na lang ulit. Oh no, JY. They need to find Jake agad. Pero Skies spots out Franz on the other side. No kill yet. Meanwhile, on B-side, papasok na sila doon. Skies finds Franz. Pero flash delays itong B-side push natin. Jake and Red trading blows. Pero si Jake isa lang mahahanap. 3v2 situation kung saan may flash, may nade pa dito ang Moment. And they can plant the bomb. Ang hirap iplanta nito kasi ipit si Son sa baba. And with 1 HP, he falls. Brian doesn't stick the bomb. And that's 8 points tie game on port.
Just when you thought it was gonna be over, pare, may resurgence naman galing sa Moment. Again, the adaptation's not necessarily there para sa JY. They already lost the lead. But they could still win the game. Franz again. Medyo worried ako sa ginawa nila kanina. They left Franz on an island trying to get the kill laban kay Skies. And it didn't work out. So what do you do from here on out? You don't leave your sniper to try and get a kill on the other side of the map when the rest of your team is already walking together. Masyado madali siyang mabasa yung ginawa nila dun. Because of that, it was so easy to rotate, so easy to reposition. And now JY, much more patient this time around. Bipolar, they're waiting for any presence. Pero again, like we said kanina, again and again and again, Moment are not giving them a chance to breathe, not giving them a lifeline. Mag-aantay lang sila at magtitiwala sa mga defensive setup nila sa dalawa nating site.
Moment doesn't need to be aggressive now. Nakikita natin, no, sometimes ang ginagawa dito ng Moment para ma-secure 9 rounds nila or secure the win, they go in as 4, they go in as 3, and try to just push aggressively on the GR side. Now, dapat ma-realize na they can just hold. Pero JY expects the latter. Ine-expect nila mag-push dito ang Moment. That's why they keep on holding for the first minute. Ngayon pa lang sila gagalaw. Ngayon pa lang sila kukuha ng map control. And just good thing na nabigay sa kanila yung CA. Pero Son, eating up a lot of damage. Alam nila magsi-CA to. Pero si Yobs kanina pa makulit. Nahanap ni Franz through the gaps mula sa court.
Yeah. First kill now, man advantage para sa JYE. But the problem is, with only 50 seconds on the clock, kailangan nila mag-decide. As you can see, Chris is confused as to which side of the map he has to be on. It seems that it might be the wrong read. Skies mag-isa na naman. Everything is in his hands sa A site natin.
Oh, still alive. 1 HP, pero look at the cross mula dito kay Lason. Makakapasok siya sa top A. He kills off Skies. Pero JY, what a great push kung saan lahat ng rotators mamamatay isa-isa. We might just go to Eagle Eye.
Possible, man. Possible. 1 round to go. JY will literally double the number of sets na napanalo na lang ngayong summer season. All they need to do is secure this one. Momen, no slouch on the server. Son, nakarating na nga ng CA, pero ito naman si Justin.
Oh, di siya
Right
makakyat.
beneath him. Does he get checked? Does he get checked?
Di
Is
siya
the question.
Oh, masyadong matagal. He couldn't get the double jump first. Nahirapan siya umakyat ng CA Suave. Now, there's an advantage for JY. They can just hold.
To be fair, no? Playing on the DL side, minsan at some point, kailangan mo talagang gumalaw. And yes, he got that CA control, but backing off like that means na habang tumatagal yung mga segundo sa clock natin, it's more and more likely na may tao na naman na nakakuha ng space na yun. Kaya nakikita mo yung ingat ng JY. Inaantay nila kung may magpupush galing sa moment, but it's not being given to them. Jake though, to be fair, holding on to Godbox right now. Walang makita-kitang tao, walang rotation galing sa moment. Medyo wala yung panggagalingan dito ni Yobs at ni Chris ha, pero where does JY choose to continue? A red already. Hawak yung Z. Gusto mag-push hanggang RS yata. And Yobs, this is the perfect spot for it. Can they stop this push with a minute left on the clock? JY, inaantay na lang nila yung call bago mag-activate. Yobs?
Good flash. Pero lalampas yun para makuha si Yobs ng dalawa. Tatlo ang makukuha niyang buhay on curve. Oh no, JY. You had one shot to close out bago mag-overtime. Ngayon, paunti ng paunti at nahanap pa ni Yobs yung pang-apat niya. We're going to overtime. And man, how did that go out so bad para sa JY?
Ko alam, man. The thing was, pare, na walang kahit anong pressure when it comes to HB. Kaya alam na alam kaagad ng moment kung saan magagaling. And they were so ready for anybody who wanted to push out through BR. And it was a beautiful read, to be fair, para sa moment. Now this OT test para sa JY Esports. They need to go back and reset. Kasi kung ano man yung ginawa nila kanina sa GR side, kung gumagana man yun, kailangan nilang gamitin yun. Kailangan nilang makapag-impact ng points para tapusin itong second set natin at dalhin tayo hanggang Eagle Eye.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man, na ganito yung mangyayari paano. Mag-overtime pa dito. They had so much para sa JY to play with. Nakita mo naman yan bago tayo pumasok dito sa BL side nila. They had 3 points to work. Nakahabol yung moment. And the funny thing is, hindi pa nga tumama dun yung flash ni Yobs na lumampas papunta mismo dun sa loob ng door sa may BR. Hindi affected dun yung players natin for JYE. And somehow, with multiple players, isang tao lang kumaya ng tatlong yun. And I don't know what to think anymore, just Suave. Naguguluhan ako kasi that was it. That was the round for JY to secure Eagle Eye. At ngayon, they have to crunch in more effort para lang makuha itong overtime. Lalo at babalik na naman dito sa BL side on the second half. Not a good sign per moment. Bibilisan na lang dito towards B-side. Makakaharap si Skies pero wala man lang maraming makukuha dito sila Brian. Never mind. He gets 2 pero Jake is there to close it down. Hanap agad dito sa may house B and France with a fast rotation. First round on overtime will go towards JY.
Nakaramdam ako na medyo may pagod yata dito yung JY. Hindi na sila nag-antay. All in na nga. Yung push hanggang HB, hanggang store. 3 rounds to go for JY, but they need to keep it going. Can't be losing any kind of momentum dito, knowing na yung GR side nga naman yung mas magandang side nila as was seen during regulation. Well, now that the curtains are pulled back, parang hindi pwede magkamali dito. And look at Son's position. Risky to say the least.
Oh, come on, JY, don't be greedy now. You have a point advantage already. Kailangan lang magstay ni Song dito, possibly go towards CA, deny this mid push na gustong gawin ng moment. Let's see. Still out of time. Moment deciding to not yet fight in the early parts of the round. You know, ano, CA controlled, LA, B is the only thing na wide open para sana dito sa Moment eh. Pero
Ito na pwesto ni Son.
still tough.
It is? No info? It's so quiet. Look at this. Alam na nila kung saan pupunta yung Moment. Dalawa yan ah.
Good read. Pero mamamatay yung dalawa. Not even a double kill para sa JY and they just decide to go back. Son, nasa likuran na. Pero mamamatay lang din. Moment still with a player advantage. Pero expect nga ba nila si Molomad sa likuran? Dalawa! Never mind! Isa lang mapipitas niya. But he did a lot of damage. Dalawang bala lang mula sa court dito ni France and he can claim every Moment lives na natitira. Pero Skies, hindi
Oh my
tumama.
God. Alam niyo na kung nasan sila. He just needs to push. 20 seconds here, Bipolar. They're so low. Tamang HE nga lang, Ben. Literal na isang HE lang yung kailangan niyo dito para i-prevent yung plants. Guys, can he get it? He does! Pero popcorn lang siya ngayon. 1v1, Chris. Needs to be patient sa bodega. Franz, does he check? He checks! And just like that, 11 para sa JY, inching ever so close to their second set win of the season. Ito na ba yung awakening ng J1 na hinahangad natin kanina lang?
Ito na ata yun, Suave. This might just be it. Just 2 points away from claiming glory for JY and they decide for an LA push. Yobs! Expecting the push now, gives it toward Jake at tatama pa silang dalawa. It's a bait and switch for Momen to deny 2 lives in the first 30 seconds sa round number 21.
And again, man, another overcooked galing sa JY. I'm a little bit worried that they're getting maybe a little bit too desperate to get this set win. Remember, they do have a 2-round advantage in the Moment at this point in time. Kahit isang round lang, pwede na. Nasolve ka na. Para makarating ng second half dito ng OT na hindi masyadong masakit yung bulsa. 3v5. I don't know about this. Red, maganda yung pwesto. As long as there's no utility from Moment. There's a lot of possibilities with Brian's current spot. But again, no Moment, they like to play the time. They know how to play the emotions, no? Sabi nga nila, don't play the game, play the man. And I feel like Moment have a good read on how JY want to play this. Brian now the push out through mid. Does he see anything? Wala siya makita, no? Masyado makapal yung smoke. Magbi-meet up silang dalawa ni Ared doon sa may Z rather. And look at Justin, he's so ready. Natin yung rotation. And here comes the utility on A.
Good spray for Brian to start off the fight. Counter flash doesn't delay itong buong Moment. All players on top at isa-isa silang nawawala. It's all up to Yobs and that's it. Just fast rotations, yun lang ang kinailangan dito ng JY to secure multiple rounds dito sa kanilang GR side. Man, 9-12, mukhang wala ng pag-asang makapuntos dito ang Moment.
Ayun na nga, pare. The walls are closing in. Laban sa Moment. Esports on their own map pick and we are very, very close to an eagle eye. One singular round na lang. The problem is Bipolar. GR side na yung Moment. And like we said, a GR sided map for not only for JY but also para sa Moment kasi grabe yung nakita natin productivity out of Moment during that second half. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to a golden round. But man, if JY can secure this last one, eagle eye para sa atin and the second set win of the season. Momentous para sa Davawenia squad.
Yeah, honestly man, it's just gonna be intense. Moment, nakita natin nakahabol sa GR side. And now that they're coming into it after we switch sides, can they really come back from a 3-point lead ngayon na hawak ng JYE? All it takes is one round. I expect JYE go in sa bidere diretso, pero delikado. Kaso yun pa rin yung gagawin nila. This was unsuccessful multiple times, pero they will gamble their way. Jake in the position of Yobs. Nades will fly by. Jake closes it down. That's 1. That's 2. Make it 3 for Jake. At mukhang hindi talaga gagana yung B-side push ng JY. Isa-isa ni Nomad yung natitira sa B. Pero with France, with a quick scope onto Justin, makes the dream stay alive. 2v2. They're stuck on both sides ng entrance ng House B. And they know that they have a chance, and that's it! A 1-2 punch mula kay Nomad and France ang kinailangan para makapasok pa rin sa Eagle Eye. 13-9. It worked out at the end of the day. Kailangan lang palang bagalan after mag-push.
Welcome back to the fray para sa JY Esports. Momentos pare. Yes, not world-breaking, but at least na nakikita natin may pangil pa rin itong Davaoenyo squad. Again, drop down from Masters with a chip on their shoulder. Kailangan talaga nilang bumawi ngayong group stages para ipakita na kaya pa rin nilang makapaglaban dito on the impact stage. And now, we have unlocked Eagle Eye, the first 3-map series ng ating araw dito.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense, man. Eagle Eye 2.0, di natin alam ng fully kung ano nga bang ilalantad ng ating dalawang teams na to. JY, alam nila kung paano rin to. Red and as well as Nomad has played multiple Eagle Eye 2.0s, especially up against pros. Pero it's anybody's game now, man. Moment, just lacking a lot of like closing out pagdating dito sa ating mga rounds. Kinulang sila ng pwersa dito, and despite them having a lot of these sites, yung A-push nila gumagana naman kanina. All it took was fast rotations mula dito sa ating JY na itigil yun. Imagine, nakahanap na ng Moment dito yung site ng maraming beses pero di pa rin sila makakapuntos. At the end of the day, JY looking to get another win or a win pagdating dito sa ating group stage. What else can we say? Hindi kinaya ng Moment ang buong puwersa ng Davao.
Yeah, sinimplehan lang dito. And I feel like that's the theme dito para sa JY. No? Sinusubukan nilang gawing masyadong komplikado yung buhay nila. Nung sinimplehan na lang nila, nag-stick sila sa mga game plan nila, doon sila magkakaroon ng success, doon sila magkakaroon ng confidence. So JY, in the meantime, pwede nilang ipagpatuloy lang yung ginagawa nila, but to future-proof themselves para bumalik dito sa higher levels of the Philippines or of Southeast Asia. They really need to go all in on not only maintaining form but developing further yung strat book na meron sila sa kasalukuyan.
Look at these highlights, man. Tignan mo naman, ganito lang pinitas-pitas ni Nomad playing with advantage dun sa pinaka-corner, and alam niyang wala nang needs dito ang buong Moment Esports. At least they didn't use it at that time. 19-13. Wow! Amazingness for both teams, pero look at this again, no, Nomad, Red Fronts, sila ang nagbigay ng buhay pero hindi sapat yon kung wala si Sun na palagi nagpa-prioritize dito ng mid, nagpa-prioritize for those second plays, na kapag may namatay na isa, he is always there for the trade. Wow, man, look at that. 4 straight rounds dito sa ating overtime. From 19-22, lahat yan pumanig dito sa JY kahit saang side pa yan, and it feels like Moment, it was really not their day dito sa port. Talagang pinakita ng JY kung sino nga ba ang hari ng port and give them the respect they deserve. Now, going into our set MVP, parang ang daming pwedeng maging set MVP dito, no? Just Wawe, pero only one. It's gonna be Nomad, man. Shut the hell up, sabi dito ng ni Nomad towards Moment with a 1.50 in terms of KD, a kill per round na almost one, and all it took was resiliency mula kay Nomad.
Yeah, man. I feel like this is a lesson to be learned para sa JY, no, as if they are able to function on a higher level. A lot of the rounds na napanalo dito ng JY is because Son was very selfless. Kailangan nilang alam kung ano yung mga gagawin nila dito, no? Stick to the roles. You don't need to be the hero all the time. It's fine to die as long as in the grand scheme of things makukuha pa rin nila yung win condition nila in each of these rounds, and now they have a chance to do it here on Eagle Eye.
Let's see, no, kung sino nga ba talaga mananalo dito sa Eagle Eye 2.0 para makuha na ang series na to. Again, the last series of the day will continue after a little bit of a break. Magbabalik po ang ating CFPH Impact 2026. We're going to Eagle Eye 2.0 for our very last map of the very last series of the day. Tuloy-tuloy ang bakbakan dito ng JY as they hold their dreams alive up against Moment Esports. Just wabe, feeling ko may kailangan tayong i-address na fact, no? Kasi tulad na sinabi mo off-stream, may isang pwedeng mag-pop off dito.
And like we said, no, it's perfect. Si Mr. Franz himself, bipolar. We talked about the impact he had back on Ankara, the impact na binigay natin niya sa atin dito sa port, and now moving into Eagle Eye, perfect map para sa kanya na mag-pop off. It just so happens na on the other side of the server, meron nga naman tayong skies na nakita natin, masakit-sakit din naman tumama yung mga bala niya. So I will be highlighting yung matchup ng dalawa nating sniper for this last set.
Yeah, this last set is gonna be paving ways para sa ating mga snipers. No, Skies has been frying, pero Franz on that department has been getting multiple kills. He's getting the first shot in, and the first shot always gets the kill. Meanwhile, itong si Skies, he needs to actually consider, no, kasi nakita natin yung top A, nakakapatay siya ng marami, pero he always misses the first shot. This time, kailangan niyang gawin yun with the kailangan niyang mapatama yung first shot na yun, because every shot counts, especially in this long angle sa LA, sa may LB, because if he doesn't, it just gives a lot of powers. Lalo at nagkukumpulan dito ang ating players for JY, and these fast rotations, mas mapapaaga, no? On the GR side dito ng JY Esports, they can have high coverage dito sa lane, good coverage dito sa may second mid, dito rin sa HM. So, even if they go for like a 1-3-1 or 2-2-1 setup dito, put one play dito sa hotel, mabilis na makakasagot dito ang JY up against the forces na ginagawa ng ating Moment. Pero, that's if Skies loses the fight immediately, and hindi kagana dito yung HM push palagi ng ating Moment. But let's see, no, parang biglang nag-lie low dito yung Moment natin. For Porte, there was a parang lacking of set plays na kumakain lang sila dito ng mga mid pushes nila. So, and it can still happen dito sa Eagle Eye 2.0. But let's see, baka nag-iba na rin dito ang ating Moment. JY man, I hope they continue the force na ginagawa nila mula doon sa port. But we're going into the game. Again, it's port. And this time, GR side muna ang ating players mula sa JY, and BL side ang ating Moment. So execution needs to be fine, and they need to be aggressive.
Potential para sa much needed first win ng JYE, and it is gonna be here on Eagle Eye. Moment already. Taking that mid control natin, makikita muna galing sa JY na forward pushing, kasi alam nila that all they need to do is really just wait in their current spots. Franz, and highlight natin ito kanina, sniper gonna be a lot of pressure on him, and there's so much utility in space na wala siya magagawa. Uy!
Franz already there, pero di niya expect na sa likuran. Chris whips out the AK, and Moment, what an intense push on A. Lahat pinuntahan, lahat pinasukan, at lahat isasara rin. Pero unti-unting papasukan yan ni Sun from LA. That flash unaffected si Jake. He expects the flash mula sa LA. And what a play for Moment, man. That was immediate. Yun yung agresibo mula sa Moment.
Yeah, one thing you really can't deny galing sa Moment para is them being able to anchor a site effectively. No, alam nila kung paano ilaro yung push and pull when it comes to the attempted site take galing to JY. Now a red, Skies is already down, and finally an opening kill para sa JY ulit. How do they capitalize?
Oh, that's it. The capitalization does go out with an immediate trade, pero down by 2 players ang ating Moment, at tumatalong pa si Nomad, pero he still gets the kill. With 17 HP, he gets out. The nade doesn't even go towards Nomad. So tingnan mo, no, fast rotations. Ito si Brian, dire-diretso na sa B. Jake, though, looking for angles now. If he finds Nomad, magandang start na ulit to. Brian also falls down dito sa second mid. And Moment, somehow nakakuha pa sila ng isang site. They can just plant the bomb.
Ano problema ngayon? Jake inside of car. Alam nila kung nasan si Red as well. All they need to do is hunker down. But remember, we talked about the anchoring power ng mga players dito ng Moment. It's Justin and Jake waiting for them to show their faces. Ooh! Should be a nice clean up. Pero Justin, because of Francis' loss, a red, kailangan niya mag-active push. 13 seconds in. Oh, and Justin gets the clean up. Moment! 2-0 to start off Eagle Eye. Bumalik na sila sa form dito, bipolar.
Yeah, it's just full on, parang contact mula dito sa ating Moment. They're just answering back immediately. Kahit na down by players sila, as long as these players know what to expect or at least has awareness kung saan manggagaling dito ang Bong JY, they can easily get the trades. At napaganda pa talaga, no? We were glazing dito or at least praising yung fast rotation sana ng JY, pero parang hindi gumana yon kasi yung two players natin was pushing LA. Now, it's a B push once again para sa Moment. The flash goes in the bar, pero unaffected, pero mamamatay pa rin doon si Sun. Now, Nomad trying to reclaim some lives and get some kills, pero Skies is there to get the easy TRG. And they just slow down. Napansin nila, dalawa agad wala dito si JY, maghahanap yan ng backstab, pero Skies didn't expect the LA push. Arid from the smoke finds of Chris. At balik na naman tayo dito, dehado ang Moment.
Dehado nga, pero si Jake, man, rid of a red and now aware of Brian's positioning. Hindi rin niya kaagad yung attention dito ng JY players and he's playing with them. 2v1 fronts. He's so close by. How does he win this?
Does have the Colt, pero 7 bullets lang nasa chamber nito, oh. That's an easy one tap. All it takes is one more para dito kay Justin, but Franz, too aware, peeks out once again. Justin realizes na di niya na pwedeng labanan to. B-side, ibibigay niya na lang kay Franz.
Full run, pare. Para kay Justin. Kung makikita sila sa may mid, possibly. Justin is aware of that possibility. Pero si Franz na una nga. Sino nga ba yung mas mabilis yung parkour?
Ooh.
Oh, Justin bait and switch.
Oh, he realizes. Pwede siya mag-hold dito ng
right.
napakatagal.
30 seconds in. He's still gonna go. Grabe, sobrang mindful ni Franz doon. Alam niya, may possibility na may nag-aantay sa kanya. It's given away now. Justin is aware.
Kita na. Kitang-kita na yan, just suave. Franz, just able to be patient dito sa my tower. There was a timing para dun kay Justin, pero he didn't quite have enough time. He wanted to get that plant in bago tayo mabot ng 10 seconds, and that was it. JY with their first round Eagle Eye 2.0. Pero Franz, what a shot! Expects na tatalon doon si Skies for the check. At ngayon, Moment just giving away lives in the early parts of the round.
Tiltable. I like this push that. Ganun kay Red though. Justin's not gonna be expecting it in the least. Ayun na nga. Man advantage further para sa JY. And Moment. Mounting speculation kung saan ba sila pupunta. Kasi dito na nga Son. The high-low. Oh! Yobs! Pinuwian ang buwan yung dalawa.
Yeah. Good spray down. Oh, I think he found Franz there. Habang nagbaback off sa may bunker. Yun na nga, pumaslang pa si Brian. Nakahulog mismo dun sa stairway. And it was easy pickings ngayon. Nakahanap nga ng tatlo si Yobs. Can he go in for the clutch? And the possible ace, Franz. Papakita dito ngayon. What a shot from Yobs. Lahat ng anggulo. Alam niya kung saan magbe-pre-fire. Alam niya kung paano makapatay. And again, can Franz go in and deny this 2-point advantage para sa Moment? Dami niya pang utility, Josh. Pwede niya i-smoke yung B, pwede niya i-smoke yung LA. He still has a flash. And despite only having a TRG, kaya niya pa to up against Yobs.
Yeah. Just so happens na mali lang yung read niya dito. Yobs is gonna get this A-side for free without much resistance or any resistance for that matter. And si Franz as well, no? Knowing the weaponry sa harapan niya. Pwede makipagpalit lang dito. Now, dahil nga he made his way all the way to B, Franz is completely unaware of where he has to go. 30 seconds in, pare. Oras na lang yung kalaban dito ngayon ni Yobs. He just needs to buy time. Needs to buy seconds, precious seconds. Franz coming in from mid. On the other side, kita!
Good shot. Good play na magsikip na lang, no? Kasi most of these players natin, after the post-plant, maglalaro na lang sa bunker or at least go towards LA. Pero since na-realize niya, uy, wala dito sa A-side si Franz, baka gumagawa yan ng double jump papunta dito sa hotel to get the clear shot on A-side. Pero Skies testing once again. And another test mula kay Sun kung saan mamamatay na naman sila on LB. And this is not what you want. Na namamatay kayo in the early parts of the run. JY just giving out lives for free.
Look at Skies as well. If anybody is risky galing sa JY, a secondary push. Nomad catches guys. Sa TRG. Gone para sa Moment ngayon. At si Ared, an active push through mid. I-expect ba to ng Moment? It does seem na may nakabantay. But the specific angle is one that's hard to clear. The amount of time pa rin na lumipas. Every second. JY will have a better read of the situation kasi ito na nga yung utility pa nagbabato sa may mid. There's only one person here. Nomad. Nasa na ba yung mga tao sa may hotel? Nasa na ba yung mga papasok ng car? Para siya makita, the timings are off and they get a free B site.
Sino si Nomad? Justin, how? How
Jesus.
the hell did he kill Franz? What an angle that is! Pero mamamatay pa rin siya. But they do have the bomb planted. Si Yobs pwedeng magantay lang dito sa may doorway papunta sa may respawn and can possibly just catch them off guard. Haharap si Brian, kita na agad and it's a spray down mula dito sa second mid din. Mamamatay si Ared. JY in shambles. In this post plant, malakihang retake sana. Pero Moment just too good on the post plant.
Lumalayo-layo na nga dito yung Moment back in their confidence state na sinasabi natin kanina. Again, what does it JY need to do? Play their own game. Hindi na pwedeng hayaan yung Moment na mag-dictate ng tempo. But Skies, an opener onto a red at this moment in time makes you start to wonder kung ano nga ba nangyayari.
Good sequence though para sa JY. Juswabe. Nakaharap sila dito ng tatlo. Pero Skies, masyado maingay yung paa. But still! Oh my goodness! Kailangan ko na magpalit ng Colt. Ayoko na mag-USP Juswabe. Masyado nang pinapakita ng ating mga pro players that this is the gun to use. But Franz is one heck of a shot given towards Justin testing si Skies. Pero he just gets killed. Sun holds his ground on B side. Still, kailangan pang humabol dito ng JY. They need these 3 straight rounds para nasa kanila advantage going into the second half.
Yeah, this Moment, to be fair, no, quite a lot has been done para sa kanila so far in this half that it's respectable to say the least. Nomad, for an opening, kung nag-push siya may power sana. Again, medyo may konti tayong slump in form when it comes to si Skies, pati si Chris sa ngayon, no? Sabi natin sobrang impactful na back on port. Now, medyo muted sila. In fact, 2 and 3 lang yata yung kills ng dalawang players na to. They need to get back into form. So, a lot of pressure coming his way.
Good position though. Pero mamamatay pa din siya.
What?
How did Jake clear that out and still have half HP? Moment has multiple lanes covered now. And Skies, mahanap niya pa yung quick scope dito kay Ared. This is just disgusting for Moment. Great mid-roundings para makahanap dito ng butas on any kind of site. Pero tingnan mo naman, 4-man push, di rin kailangan ng flash. They go in quite raw. And it's just too good. Moment plant the bomb. And Nomad finds Yobs on lane. But look at that investment, man. Kaya mag-push ka ng LA. Nandyan si Jake sa respawn nila sa may arko. And Nomad, pinakita pa yung likuran.
Oh, no.
Sabi niya, sumabit ka dito, bibigyan kita ng round. And France will also get found out. Jake with a double to close it out. And that's 5 points secured para sa Moment.
Advantage secured para sa second half natin. And Moment have 2 more chances to make it that much worse para sa JY Esports. Who would have had here the thought ngayon para sa JY, the all-in push out through LA.
Big gamble and it works out. They win the fight. Meanwhile, on LB, Son ngayon di na mag-a-aggress. Sa harap na nandito ng angle sa may BR. Skies with one more kill but he gets denied by Ared. It's all up to Chris with an M14 at mabilisan ng tatakbo si Son towards LA and he gets the kill. JY, 3 points na.
And last round into halftime ngayon, JY, I like this, they're speeding up, they're getting their confidence back. See, this is exactly the form na nakita natin galing sa port. Na nailabas yung 100% lakas dito ng JY. Isang round na lang kailangan para tapusin itong first half. And Son, off angle. Hindi na pwedeng basta-basta mag-push ang Moment without checking their corners. A red. Also, risky to nakita natin when somebody pushed out through here. Nakabantay si Skies. It's a game of patience ngayon. JY equally investing here on that A side. A red around the corner.
Justin. What a shot though. Oh, Skies
Oh
he
my
was
God!
falling! Can someone stop Skies? Just what's happening on Eagle Eye? It's just dogfights every time, but somehow Momen is still keeping this lead.
Kala ko Eagle Eye ito, ba't parang naging Mexico? Tuntukan no? Oh, France has no idea. He has no idea. Gotta be careful. Oh!
Dude, the Colts! The Colts! Oh! Oh, akala ko beer lang yun, pero nakakapatay pala yung ganon. Diyos wabe. My goodness. This is what happened in Port. Let's see if can JY recreate what Moment did to equalize and tie the game. Shots from mid will be denied. Chris, double TRG. Ito nga yung lakas ng Moment no, na nakita natin from Port. And there's two players that can wield snipers for Moment Esports and they'll have a fun time. Pero kakaiba to, Chris will be holding the sniper position pero nasa high mid siya.
Absolutely no way, right? I think JY wanna take that risk. Kita yung paa, pare. No free feet picks here. Moment first 2 kills.
Only mine, just suabe. Pero Moment, tatlo na rin yung napatay. May pangbawi naman dito si France, but they are now down by 4. Justin just snapping away. At napaganda pa. May smoke pa dun sa may mid and even France can't find the trade immediately. He recovers the C4. Pero awareness for Skies to keep on pushing and he gets the kill. Actually, it's Justin pushing from high mid. 7 points, just suave. Somehow, bumalik ang sakit ng JY.
Gano'ng kasakit, man? Yun ang tanong. Yung imagine kung gano'ng kasakit yung sipit na pinapakita ngayon ng Moment. My God. My goodness. Kahit saan ka pumunta, may TRG na nakabantay. May Chris ka na nga, may Skies ka pa. Sabi ko kanina, no, medyo tahimik yung dalawang players na to, pero nag-activate sila ngayon sa GR.
Ooh, good shots. Good entry.
Oh!
Just suave, they just rush in. They're done playing games. They're here to aim. And they have full coverage of B-side. Son, mapipitas dito. Diretso sa ulo ni Ared din.
Wait!
Yung dalawang bala dito ni Justin. And with that covering mula kay Skies, they claim 3 kills in an instant bago pa maplanta yung bomba. Ang fresh na fresh pa dito nung C4 plant ng buong JY.
Yeah. 32 seconds and counting ngayon. Brian, ready for any push. Justin's gonna be caught out through this window.
Good shot.
And he's found. Skies na natitira. Not long for this world. JY, may asim pang tinatagong kaunti. Pero malayo-layo yung kailangan nilang habulin sa Moment.
It's a start though. 2 more rounds, or at least 3 more, no, para makahabol dito sa JY. Right now, 11 kills on Ared, 14 kills on Jake, and Justin with 11. It's not really the snipers having fun, it's the attackers and the riflers dito ng ating squads. With Justin down, A-site now weaker, and big rotations para kay Chris.
45. Justin was very impactful dito. So his early exit ng round might be what JY needs. Si Son, ito paparating na. May tao sa may bar. Wait a second, Yobs!
Dalawa mapipitas. And Ared now from mid. What a great flank coming in from Ared. At si Chris stuck na ngayon sa may cable car and he can't even move. JY just pushing Moment to their limits.
Pushing is right. 2 rounds to go and Moment so far, no? O nakahanap na naman ng rhythm itong JY. Kasi basta-basta may ipupush. Pero look at this smoke. Sky's not gonna be given the opportunity to take his scope to good use. And all in yung JY sa push. Look at this.
Diretso na lang sila. Pero matitigil dito ni Skies yung push. With a shotgun sniper play. He hits the shot on Sun. Meanwhile, France keeps the dream alive. Ared matatrade agad, pero Nomad on mid. It's a dogfight once again, kung saan ipit na ipit dito ang sniper ng Momen. Pero mamamatay pa rin siya. It's Jake now, trying to go for blows, and Franz stuck ngayon sa
No way.
bunker. 1 HP both players, pero mas maliit ang buhay ni Franz. And he just holds with 11 HP. He gets the kill with the Colt. Oh my goodness! Pinagpahinga nyo si Franz sa bunker and he just got a clear mind para makuha ang 6 points.
Goodness gracious, Latoner. Goodness gracious. Franz activated na. And so is Skies as well. 1-for-1 muna sa round na to. But as you can see, the speed at which nagpa-function yung dalawa nating squad, walang gustong magbagal ngayon. All in suntukan yung dalawa nating kuponan. Son pushing through the smoke.
Oh, Yobs catches him off guard. Pero si Jake, isang bartender muna dito sa my hotel. Will cut off rotations rin. Mamamatay pa rin kahit nakakuha siya ng isa. And Nomad, the second layer of high mid push, ang napakasakit ngayon para sa Momen. It's all up to Jake in a 1v2.
Ano yung problema ni Jake? Di niya alam, no? Wala siyang kaalam-alam kung saan pupunta itong JY. Is the utility thrown out? Gives it away. In fact, beats him to give away his life. 7-7 tayo, bipolar. Nakakaramdam ako ng konting kirot kasi parang paparating na ngayon pakalabang overtime ng araw na to.
Why the hell not, just Suave? JY playing out of their minds, and now look at this, bibilisan na lang ulit. Dire-diretso lang at na-confirm na ni Nomad dito yung high mid. And Son, nahanap pa si Chris. Hindi nagkumpulan ng Momen and they just fall down one by one. Yobs gets in, pero ang daming kailangan ni Clear. Si Skies kanina pa nag-aantay and he backstabs JY. What a play for Momen. Even us, hindi natin nakita si Skies, nakaupo lang sa site. What?
For the love of God.
Wow!
Nasaan yun kanina? Nasaan yun kanina, no? Tamang gaslight lang. Isipin mo, no? Dire-diretso dito yung pagkarangkada sa loob ng JY sa loob ng A-site natin. But because it was so noisy, because they were moving so fast, hindi nila ginawa yung due diligence nila, pare. Ano nga ba yung lagi natin sinasabi pagdating ng FPS? Always check your corners, kids. Otherwise, that exact thing might happen to you. Yung confidence ng JY ngayon, for sure, depleted just a little bit, no? Just a little bit kasi akala na makukuha na nila yung lead. Pero dahil doon, Momen are back. Back on top, back in the fight. And now with only 2 rounds to go, ito na naman tayo. Di na naman pwede magkamali ang JY leading into the end of our last set.
Yeah. Intense, man. Grabe. Kinailangan pa ng Momen na gumawa ng ratty play, just Suave. You see the patience. So, yan yung pinagkaiba ng dalawang teams natin. JY is an aggressive dog that is really just gunning it for the kill. Parang chihuahua. Tapos itong ating mga players dito sa ating mundo, they're like, you know, parang, ano lang, what they call this ba? Parang, they call it golden retriever lang, nag-aantay lang dito. Very, very calm. And that played out so well. The patience play mula dito kay Skies. Patience from Skies. And I don't know, man, it's anybody's game na parang ngayon naging creative na lang yung ating mga teams eh. Kung paano nga ba nila gagawin yung, paano nga ba sila mananalo ng round. Kasi I feel like, no, just why both of these teams actually doesn't want to get into overtime. They just want to get out and claim the series dito sa regulation natin. Because if they do go overtime, it's gonna be a very tough scene. Kasi magiging very disgusting, very brutal yung mga overtime rounds natin.
Yeah, again, we talked about dito kanina yung standings ng mga teams natin dito sa Impact. Sobrang lapit. Momen are right now, teetering on the edge of being pushed out to the top 4. Hindi yung nagkakamali yung SGJ dahil sa panalo nga nila kanina. They should be top 1, top 2. And that means that Momen have gone down 1 place. Kung matalo pa sila dito, laban sa JYE, mas lalong sasakit yung standing nila dito. And they do not want that if they want to make it into playoffs.
Si Suave. Ano nga bang ibibigay sa atin dito ng ating dalawang teams for 16 round? Son pushing. Gets the clear kill, pero Jake with the trade. Meanwhile, Chris holds down M1. At dediretso pa yung onslaught dito ng Momen to kill everyone. Meanwhile, nahulog pa si Sky sa bangin. Makes it easier for Red in a 1v2 situation kung saan he'll just go towards A side pero mini-mirror
They
dito
already
ng
know.
Momen. Alam nila na dito siya pupunta. Pero does Red know?
Plenty of time para ma-isolate yung gunfights. Whoa, that's info. They know now the 2v1. Buti na lang at hawak ni Red dito yung C4 so he has the flexibility to go wherever he wants to and there's plenty of time left on the clock by Polar. Moment have to be methodical kung paano nila i-cover yung mga angulo dito. Make sure that they're not caught alone. Info now, Chris. Oh, ayan na nga, na-isolate yung gunfight but Red full committal onto the B site right now. Justin knows exactly where he is. He hears the buttons being pressed.
Nag-reload!
Kaso ba't ka nag-reload?
Oh, 14 bullets. Enough ba yun? Hindi, just swabe. Justin, what a play to just keep on going. And with the USP, you know it's gonna be a guaranteed kill. One more point at tatapusin na ng Moment ang series na to.
Isa na lang at hinaharap na ng Moment ito. JY desperate, literal. All the margin of error is down to just a single round right now. And one mistake can be game ending. It can be series ending. Just when you thought JY had it in the bag to get their first series win para sa summer season natin, Moment go all in to prevent that from happening. And I like this read, pare. Look at the amount of people. 3 Moment players waiting on the on the B extremity of the map. But Franz, wow, what a frag. Skies is gone. And now pressure renewed sa A side.
Yeah. Pero yung big push natin for JY, it will go towards B. At manlilikuran pa dito, pero no man stops one player. Meanwhile, Chris, inipit na ang buong JY, and this might just be it. But it's a 2v2. C4. Ire-reclaim dito ng JY. Jake with 1 kill more. And it's all up to Franz. The sniper that got the first blood in this round needs to end it with 2 kills. And he still has the quote. Oh, the deadly quote of Franz. Pero body system na dito ang Moment. Ayaw na nila ibigay ito kay Franz yung round number 8 nila.
Man of the hour, man. Man of the hour to si Franz. Definitely a high impact player. One that has become the hero for GY Esports multiple times sa series na to. Plenty of time as well. Everything is stacked in his favor, not to mention and the TRG na hawak niya dito. Plenty of possibilities. Basta hindi magkakamali sa pwestuhan. Wala siya makitang kahit anong information. Moment are doing a really good job of playing the time here para kay Franz. Hindi nila pinapamigay kung nasaan sila. So dahil doon, no? Kumakate si Franz.
He'll just go towards A. If he finds this exit player, he might have a fun time pero realizes na wala naman naririnig sa likod. Can just safely plant tapos mag-hold na lang sa may stairway or even dito sa may second floor. He goes towards hotel. Oh, he's gonna wrap around. Suave. Iikot si Franz. Pero masyadong mabilis. Nasa site na dito ang buong Moment. They can just defuse. They can easily just defuse. Pero Franz, wala na. It's just it. Franz, nasa Franz. Masyadong malayo. And that gives Moment the victory sa series na to. Very anticlimactic. But Moment just too aware. And goddamn, just Suave. What a series this was.
What a series indeed, pare. We got highlight plays, we got lowlight plays like that last round as well. Like, oh God. Karoon na lang sana, pare. Konting katiting na lang sana para sa JY Esports, but it just so happens na na-deny na naman yun ng Moment and they will continue to keep themselves higher sa ating rankings for this group stage. But you can't say this wasn't entertaining, Bipolar.
Oh, it was entertaining so much. Nakita natin dito, Franz popping off, Skies answering back. We had Yobs. We had multiple players coming in from JY na gumagaling. At the end of the day, we had Red and Son just pushing the limits dito ng ating Moment, especially dito sa ating Eagle Eye na mapa. Pero at the end of the day, numbers was always in the hands dito ng ating Moment. Nung nakita natin yung 63 scoreline, ay parang nakita na natin na bumalik na naman yung disease dito ng JY na hindi sila makakuha ng mga rounds. It was a dogfight. Ang ganda ng play nila na parang let's just push every time sa BL side natin. Let's just push towards A. Kunin natin dito yung high mid ng dalawang players na may delay push. pero di gumana yun. Nakita natin yun, no? Sabi ng Moment, let's get creative. Gamitin natin si Skies as an investment dito sa A-side. Magtago ka lang. Pag di ka na-clear out, antayin mo na biglang maging passive ang JY, and he found the timing. Just suwabe. Moment, they were this close from not even winning this, pero napalaki pa nila yung gap after that second half. JYE though, nice efforts, man. I am really seeing these players na true aimers, malakas tumutok, pero team play is not really there. Walang complexity, no, kumbaga, in terms of set plays. It's very very readable, and at the end of the day, nag-resort sila sa pagiging fragger nila, pero di yun gumana ng todo. Moment now with a 2-1. Congratulations.
Pero alam mo ngayon, dahil sa nakikita nating loose streak, just cold snap, if you will, para sa JY, it now makes you question what's missing. Kasi isipin mo, nakarating sila ng Masters through open qualifiers back in the spring season. And it now makes you question saan napunta yung JY na yun. Saan napunta yung JY na nakarating ng Masters. But man, just to stop putting a shadow dito sa Moment, congratulations sa kanila. I mean, getting themselves close here into playoffs. Again, we talked about them being kind of on the brink of falling into 5th place. Pare, medyo nababawasan na ng question mark itong Moment in terms of their playoff hopes.
Yeah. JY, you gave some promises, but you did not relive, or at least live to see that promise be in creation, or at least mangyari ng todo. They were just out-fragged, and they were just outnumbered at the end of the day. Now looking at the stat line, 17 total rounds and 10 going towards Moment Esports. We have to give it to France, man. He was the man of the hour, just like what you've said. And seeing this kind of stat line, tinapatan niya halos dito si Jake in terms of KD. Even itong si Ared, pati na rin si Son, and even Nomad. But man, Brian was very, very absent. He was basically just a body shield para dito sa ating JY. Pero meanwhile, Jake, 1.69 in KD. And even itong si Skies and si Justin, fragging all throughout. And man, congratulations. At the end of the day, they fight tooth and nail at sila ang mas batak up against JYE. Pero sino nga ba ang ating set MVP?
None other than si Jake himself, pare, 1.69. Very nice on the KD and the guaranteed kill per round for this guy. But it's a central thing dito para sa Moment Bipolar. It was the mere fact that they were able to play as a team. Kasi kung titignan natin yung numero, men, hindi sila nagkakalayo. Performances were well earned for this entire Moment squad, and as you can see, no, it's what brought them over the finish line. Even when they were failing at it in port, they came back with a vengeance dito sa Eagle Eye.
Yeah, vengeance was really much given and claimed by Moment. And now looking at our match results, a total of 25 rounds ang nag-garner ng ating players for JY sa buong 3 sets natin. Pero a solid 29 ang nakuha dito ng Moment. Almost getting a perfect 30, no? But wow, these two teams have really given us a great performance. Kahit anong side pen, kahit anong mapa, pinakita ng dalawang teams na to that they will not back down to a fight. And now looking at our whole series MVP or match MVP, it's none other than Jake himself. 1.28 ED, a kill per round na almost one, and the headshot, it's just too good as well. Almost a 0.50 for him, and he was the difference pagdating dito sa labanan na to.
And like we said, it is consistency na kinakailangan ng Moment na ilabas dito. Not a singular performer, but a team working as a well-oiled machine. Yung maganda natin nakita out of Moment, and moving forward dito sa ating group stages, pare, Moment have a really bright future ahead kung kaya na lang i-maintain yung form na to. Lalo na hindi masyado nagkakalayo yung top 4 teams natin when it comes to playoffs form.
Yeah, maraming parang tie games time pwede makita dito, or even in terms of standings and even the playing field or even the strat book ng ating mga teams, very very similar. Siguro may 2 teams lang ako naisip na kakaiba or at least has a little bit of something else na pwedeng i-offer dito sa buong Impact. But man, very very close, just like what you've said. JYE, nice try at the end of the day. Siguro next time you'll go out with a big bang. Now, let's look at our standings pagdating sa buong Impact stage ng ating CFPH. May kita natin dito ngayon is gonna be The number 1 spot nakuha ng Moment.
4 wins ngayon para sa Moment, making their way, like I said, no, all the way from 4th, 5th place pare, dahil nga sa kaguluhan na naganap sa ating standings ngayon. Moment have taken the spot from Alliance. SGJ pare went up 3 places. Kung di ako nagkakamali, they were in 4th or 5th because of yung nangyayari kanina. But now, 2nd place sila. Talagang shake up to kung shake up sa standings natin ngayong summer season. And that means na kailangan humabol na ngayon. Ex-Governors, X-Squad at Alliance Gaming. Lots of questions need to be answered over the next couple of weeks, and they will be at each other's throats bipolar para makapasok ng playoffs.
Yeah, tsaka yung SGJ natin dito, they're on number 2 spot pero 4th match pa lang nila yan. Plus, look at that round differential. Josuave, ang laki niyan. Pag nakuha nila yung number 1 spot, mahirap na tibigin yan up against SGJ. But now, looking at our tomorrow's schedule, kung sino-sino nga ba ang magtutuloy ng bakbakan dito sa ating Impact. Tomorrow, we'll start off with Alliance Gaming versus JY Esports or JY Davao. Next one will be X Squad versus Hazmats. That's gonna be interesting. And eto na nga, our number 1 in terms of standings and number 2 right now, maglalaban-laban kung sino at malalaman natin kung sino nga ba ang tunay na malakas sa kanilang dalawa. This is gonna be an interesting schedule, no, Josuave? It's very, very brutal na naman ang makikita natin tomorrow.
Yun nga talaga pare, pero nauubos na kasi yung panahon natin paparating ng playoffs. Everyone will be tested, especially the middle of the pack teams, to put themselves on the road to playoffs. Kasi nakita naman natin, all of these squads have had the chance. They've had victory in their grasp. SGJ, Alliance, and Moment, so much pressure on their shoulders habang humahaba yung season natin.
Yeah, yun na nga na Josuave. Again, it is gonna be playoff soon. So these teams right now that are in playoffs contention, kailangan pa nila mag-prepare, and hopefully they do have a chance to possibly win the title itself. Everybody, maraming salamat po sa pagpanood ng ating CFSPH Impact 2026 today. Big shoutouts kay Ramon and as well as kay Josuave, ang casters natin today. Again, malapit na rin po magbagyo, so mag-ingat po kayo dyan lahat. Hopefully you guys are gonna be safe out there. Big shoutouts ulit kay Taylor or kay Taylor, and as well as sa ating production crew from TNC. Maraming salamat po. And for everybody out there, keep the dream alive, because every player right here is also keeping the dream alive. Keeping theirs alive as well. Maraming salamat po. We'll see you next time for more CFSPH Impact 2026.